LeBron James, that LeBron James, is, quote, inching it closer and closer to a decision, according to NBA insider Shams Charania. Shams listed the 5 teams leading the race to sign him as Cleveland, Miami, Golden State, Philadelphia, and Minnesota, all in conversations. He also made it clear LeBron is not motivated by money. Although his fight was stopped after the first kick turned into a disaster, Conor McGregor, who turns 38 on Tuesday, wrote on Instagram that he plans to undergo surgery and will attempt to fight one more time. Philly star Bryce Harper is in the home run derby tonight, but also in a matter of controversy in regards to a cameo video he made that FanDuel sent to a bettor who had gone $1.5 million into gambling debt. Harper said FanDuel put its own logo on the video. I did not consent to it, and they had no right to do it. I'm Chris Perfett.
Elijah, put the camera on me. Sweetie.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack, a dack, a ack.
Enter, brother.
Yes, we are. Welcome, everybody. It is the Odd Couple. Oh, snap. I know that ain't who I think it is over there. On the ones and twos, we'll get to you in just a minute. It is the Odd Couple. Rob is out throughout the week. Part of his taking some time off throughout the summer. Ephraim, that, of course, he likes to sell us during the early part. I'll never take days off, and I never this. And, boy, I tell you, Rob G, what is it about his 45th day off?
That's funny.
How you have 45 days off in a month?
I don't know.
In 30 days.
Why am I only here now?
Yeah. Well, you've been here.
What y'all been doing?
You have been here. Okay. You hear that voice. Ephraim Salaam going to be on with us throughout the show and tomorrow as well, right? So you'll hear Ephraim the next couple of days. Should be a great one. Looking forward to it. Hopefully you got the number down. You should know that by now because me and Rob G have already talked, Ephraim, and we're going to take calls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I know you're like, what's the big deal? But Rob G hates calls. And when he finds out that Rob ain't here, he takes advantage of me being kind and understanding.
You're a kind man.
It's like extremes, right? Mm-hmm. Rob is extreme. I will admit. He enjoys calls on another level. Like, Rob, we here. And then Rob G is a never caller. No calls. So I'm like, can we meet in the middle, y'all? So we agree. We're going to meet in the middle. Look how mad he is. It's just that when Rob ain't here, I be seeing.
Well, he had to work. So
I see his feet.
If he
the
has
back
to
of his
screen
feet
calls, he has to actually do some of them. And except for playing Candy Crush or
all the
games.
And he don't have to text teases. He don't have to text this. He don't have to write out the lead. So he just you like it. That's why Rob G be sitting up there like that. A lot to get to on this Magic City Monday. Oh, of course we got so much, man. We got a bunch. Believe it or not, you came on a perfect day. There was a lot of football to get to as well.
Why does that have to be the perfect
because
day?
I'll tell you why. You are. I will admit you are one of the more well-rounded folks. You can cover everything. However, your expertise wasn't football. It isn't football. So that's
the expertise.
Yeah,
I get it.
You do have. Brandon Scoop B. Robinson will join us in the last hour. We'll have last call. We got a bunch to get to per usual. Let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew because we couldn't do this show without them. We got Rob G. I mentioned extraordinaire, producer extraordinaire. You got booed, by the way. Of course, Miss Mary. I'll hand it to him. Miss Mary Mack is in the building on the ones and twos. Let's hear it.
Mary, why you bugging?
And on the updates, USC Chris will get you updated as well. Get a bomb drop like Funk Flex. So a lot to get to on this Magic City Monday. Bringing in Ephraim now. How are you, man? Everything good?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, man. Weekend was good?
Weekend was good.
How many games you had to coach?
3.
3?
Yes.
That's not too bad.
No, that's not bad.
That's not bad at all, man.
It's not bad.
Good weekend. You'll be proud, Coach. My baby Kennedy, she's my oldest, but on Friday, she had the whole week of basketball camp led up to the scrimmages on Friday. Best she ever played, ever, in her life. Like she was, and you know this too.
Thank you, Mary.
It was, and you know how important it was the effort. Like, period. Like, rebound and defense. Like, it wasn't, I got the ball, let me shoot. Or, okay, I'm guarding my one man. It was the whole entirety of it. So I was very, very happy with her.
Yeah, effort, especially, youth basketball players. So much can go right, so much can go wrong. So the thing I always tell them is it's just about effort. Try to control your effort, and that'll be what you can hang your hat on.
Yep.
100%.
100%.
Defense is all effort, right?
100%.
Shots will fall. You will make some, miss some, but the effort you put on the defensive end is the thing that can get you through any slump or any insecurity you have about basketball. Yes. My travel team is E1 Select, meaning effort first.
Yep. Ooh, I like that.
That's what the E1 is for. So
shout out to my baby, though. A good weekend for me, man. Had a good time. Bunch of stuff, obviously, with the kids. And then I got to actually relax more than normally on Sunday. Shut it down and had a good time. So
what'd you do to relax? What does Kelvin do to relax? Good question.
So we even, Lord forgive us, we didn't even make it to church. Not on purpose. It just happened.
Well, let me school over.
But hold on. But we had our own time. Brother Dub preached to the kids. We read. We watched a little about David and Goliath. Watched that little quiz. Ran it back on him. So what did he have? Cool. Who? Goliath. Okay. And then in the Garden of Eden, we did the whole thing.
David was the son of who?
Yeah, we went in. And then I got to sleep, read a book. You'll love Chris Webber's book. I'll be almost done with it soon. First of all, Chris had a lot to say, 500 pages.
Wow.
But you would like that. You would enjoy it. I think you relate to a lot of it. All right, let's get to the show, man. Rob G, even though we got the World Cup going on, we got baseball obviously in the middle of it. You got All-Star game coming up and everything. You got Summer League going on as we speak in the NBA. Football, like always, pops its head up. Even in the offseason, they did it again.
Yeah, football is king for a reason. And that's because even now, you mentioned, in this week, which is supposed to be a down week for sports, football has somehow taken over the top line once again. ESPN puts out their annual rankings compiled of coaches, executives, scouts, what have you. They say, give us the 10 best at every position in the league, and every day they reveal a new position. Of course, today was the quarterbacks, the one everybody cares about. And for the last basically 10 years, it's been Patrick Mahomes won, everybody else fighting for second place. This year, we have a changing of the guard. For the first time in years, Patrick Mahomes was not listed as the number one quarterback in the NFL by the execs, coaches, and scouts. No, that honor belongs to Joshua Allen of the Buffalo Bills. Your thoughts?
My thoughts are this, Ephraim. It really is a facts over feelings kind of a thing. And I've been a Patrick Mahomes, screaming his name and saying how good and how great and the team's going to bounce back to my own fault, to my own detriment, Ephraim. Because Rob used it against me last season because I'm like, it's going to be a bounce back. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. And they didn't. They didn't even make the postseason. Obviously, he was hurt, but they weren't that great even when he was playing at times. So this is where you got to do facts over feelings. You got to do, taking your emotion out of it because and also remembering, too, this ain't a legacy conversation.
Right.
Legacy, how can you beat him? He's got two MVPs, 3 Super Bowl titles. You can't beat that with any of these young crop of guys now. So you'd be hard-pressed to do that. But, again, this is why I got to keep it a buck. Last season for Patrick Mahomes, believe it or not, was the bounce-back season, right? We're like, all right, he looked all right. He looked a very better version of himself than he had the last few, years. And so you're like, oh, that was a bounce-back season. Problem is, the bounce-back season wasn't that great compared to his standard. So if you're going based off last year, he looked solid. He looked good. He looked, he made some plays. But then you look at the year before, and that's where you maybe stalled him out because you would say, well, look, the numbers weren't great, but shoot, they were 15-2. All right,
exactly.
And ultimately, what matters most for quarterbacks? The win category. And you would find a way to, and I'm guilty of it, finding a way to build up the excuse, hey, he did what he needed to do. And it's true in the sense that he did what he needed to do to win games, big plays, big drive, a big fourth quarter to get it done. But when you look at what he's done over the last couple of seasons, 3 seasons, they haven't been great up to his first 2/3 of his career.
Mm-hmm.
You look at what Josh Allen has been able to do, and you're looking at multiple seasons where he could have been the MVP. Now, he got it, not this past season, Matthew Stafford, the year before, but he's been right there as a candidate for MVP. That has not been Patrick Mahomes for the most part. And when you add in the dual threat of Josh Allen, who over the last couple of seasons has 26 rushing touchdowns, Ephraim, 26 rushing touchdowns. That used to be something Emmitt Smith had back in the day over a couple of seasons. 26 compared to Mahomes is 7. He has obviously more rushing yards than Mahomes. And you're looking at passing yards. Mahomes has like a $120 more. Literally, that's it. But he also has Josh Allen more passing touchdowns than him as well. And here's the key component too. What was Josh Allen known for when he came in the first few seasons when he was in the NFL? Turnovers.
Yep.
Well, he's controlled that. He only 16 interceptions over the last 2 seasons. Patrick Mahomes has 22, and last season was a good one because he only had 12, I believe it was. So when you just compare the two over what they've been able to do, you know what it reminds me of, Ephraim? Patrick Mahomes, for people trying to continue to defend where he is right now, is like defending your favorite rapper, your favorite band, or your favorite, director, your world, who ain't been hitting with their last few projects. And you start defending it. Got a couple of, maybe not even full on duds, but you got to over-explain, Ephraim. Yo, you heard that new such and such album? Man, I mean, no, I'm saying, look.
No, he's going through a lot.
He's going through a lot. And the budget, the record label budget wasn't budgeting right. You know what I'm saying? And you don't get it. He went into his artistic bag and he was mixing it up and giving you different things. He was real introspective and you find yourself defending him. That's where it is with Patrick Mahomes right now, where you find yourself trying to be like, no, because if you look and see what he didn't have enough help. See, no, they're not spending the money like they normally spend. And eventually, you got to be real. And Josh Allen has become that in the league, and I got to pay him his respect. Patrick Mahomes is still kind of a Kelvin, like I said, feelings. I still have that nostalgic, that feeling with him. I'd pick him over a game. But if you're just saying I get why they would rank him there, I get that.
When you look at that list and you see that Patrick Mahomes for the first time has dropped out of the number 1 spot, I don't have a problem with that. Even, like you said, 2 years ago, even when the Chiefs were 15-2, it wasn't because of Patrick Mahomes. It was in spite of Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
And so when you look at his numbers, the last 3 years, his production has declined. The last 3 years. I'm not talking about last year. I'm not talking about the year before. The last 3 years, his production has declined. Less touchdowns, interceptions are up, double-digit interceptions all of the last 3 years. Yards, now he only played 14 games last year.
Right.
Got hurt. But his passing yards were steadily declining. And so when you look at this list, he hasn't made a Pro Bowl in a couple years and missed the playoffs altogether last year.
Yep.
And like you said, prior to him getting hurt, he just wasn't good. And we were asking ourselves, what's going on?
Right.
Now, the year before last, it was the offensive line. So they worked on the offensive line, beefed it up a little bit. Now it's like, okay, well, he doesn't have receivers to take the top off. Now they're going through all kinds of stuff with receivers off the field.
They don't want to stay out of trouble.
Right? And I would say, okay, but Patrick Mahomes has always been a cut above all of that. No matter what's happening, he's always been able to summon something. Well, his summoning stones aren't working anymore, and
when you need them Infinity Stones,
right? And when you look at Josh Allen and a perfect example of what a dual threat quarterback is, and I don't think there isn't a passer in the NFL. Excuse me, I'm watching Summer League. That is a pocket passer that can be at the top of this list anymore. Because of what the Josh Allens are doing and the Caleb Williams and all of the quarterbacks now, they're mobile.
That's a great point.
They're mobile. It's gonna break down. You're not gonna have somebody's gonna miss protection. You're not going to be able to extend plays like you used to, going sideline to sideline. You're gonna have to cross the line of scrimmage. You're gonna have to make something happen down the field with your feet. And if you're not, then you're a sitting duck in the pocket, and that's what we've seen for the last 2 years with Patrick Mahomes being under heavy pressure. You have to have an element to your game now. And mind you, they haven't had a run game in ever.
That's a great point. I mean, they keep bringing back the guys and Pacheco and this, and it hasn't worked out where they have a dominant run, where they're even like a top 10. You don't got to be top 3. Can you be top 10?
Top 10 running the ball. What it does is it puts a lot of pressure on Patrick Mahomes, and if Patrick Mahomes isn't being Patrick Mahomes, then what do you do? Who do you turn to?
Not to mention, again, I mentioned how he's holding on too long.
Yes.
He's got the Superman-itis.
Well,
where
when you can make all the plays.
But sometimes you don't need to. You know who won about at least 3 of his Super Bowls, maybe more, with just dinking and dunking? Tom Brady.
Tom Brady was a master of that.
That boy was like, hand me that little paper. I'm going to paper cut y'all to death for 4 quarters. And so Patrick Mahomes doesn't have to be that version of himself, throw for 440, 4 touchdowns. He doesn't have to be that. And sometimes I feel like he doesn't remember that at times. And again, the team hasn't done him a service of bringing him a big thing of talent.
And I'll give you one better. I don't see the trend changing this year.
Of him thinking he's Superman?
No,
or the talent?
Of him getting back to where he was 4 years ago. Well, coming off the injury that he had, right? Rebuilding his knee, all of that, coming in, and you're gonna go back to the Patrick Mahomes that was running roughshod through the league.
Do you think that can help him though? And that this where sometimes athletes, I can't do what I think I can do, so almost put him back in his fundamentals.
Right.
I think that happens when you can't. You see that you just mentioned NBA. Dude, that happens all the time when guys get a little nicked up or they get a little older and now they're really in their fundamental bag because I can't just rely on my pure athleticism or just my instincts. Some of it becomes, let me just get back to what I'm supposed to be doing and what the play design is, and so many of those things where you can lock in.
I get what you're saying, but do they have the talent around him for him to have the time to figure it out?
Eric Bieniemy back help at all?
I get it. I understand that.
Maybe.
Or is he
you
going
don't
to
want
have
even
all
older Travis Kelce? Locked in on Madison Square Garden weddings?
He's a married man now.
Man.
He's got other things to worry about.
He does.
All I'm saying is, coming off an injury, we'll be hard-pressed to say Patrick Mahomes is going to get back to form, and we haven't seen it when he was healthy the last 2 years.
No. And the only thing I would say, if you're throwing him bail, he would say, you saw a better version of me last year than you did the year before.
It wasn't very good last year either.
I said a better version. Okay.
Yeah, but
if
you're better than bad, then how good are you?
Michael Jackson would say, who's bad?
If you're better than bad, then how good are you?
All right. Well, here's what we're going to do. 877-99 on Fox. I should give them our personal numbers so they can call us too, because Rob G ain't going to answer these phones. 877-99 on Fox. We'll take a few calls on this. You had any issues with this list? Patrick Mahomes finally out of that number 1 spot, now reserved for Josh Allen. Maybe you feel he should have been off that list. He should have been not number 1. We'll hear from you, 877-99 on Fox. It is the Odd Couple on a Magic City Monday. Kelvin Washington Ephraim Salaam in for Rob. Hit your boys up, Fox Sports Radio. All right, Rob G, I mentioned Prime, Coach Sanders. Obviously, a rough go for him. I think they were 3-9 last year, if I'm not mistaken. But he's saying he's back and they're about to be better than ever.
A rough go, that's being nice.
Yeah, rough go is being nice. They went 3-9 last season, right? They had just given Deion a new contract. They pays him over $10 million a year, and he responded by going 3-9 with the Colorado Buffaloes. And so he met with the media for Big 12 Media Day earlier this week. And they asked him, like, hey.
Wait a minute. Monster Energy Big 12.
Monster Energy.
Get it right.
What are you doing,
money for
Rob
that.
G?
No, you're
Put
right.
some respect on his name.
Monster Energy Big 12 Media Week. And they said, hey, Deion, how are you going to turn things around in 2026? And, of course, Deion's going to be the guy that he is. Said, quote, it's already turned. You just ain't seen the fruit, but it's already there.
Oh, was he talking to Ed Werder?
It's already turned, baby. We gonna do what we do. We came to win, baby. I don't even have to have my sons. I got my new boys, baby. We gonna win.
What about your Heisman Trophy winner? How about him? You need him or not?
No, he already gone, baby. He doing his thing. He making big money now, baby. We already I got some new recruits. I tell you, Rob Parker, don't even start hating. Don't even start, Rob, hating. I know you gonna hate, but God got me. God got me.
He gonna need Jesus. They were 112th in the country total offense, 121 in total defense. There's only There's only 134 teams in major college football.
Yeah, for me, I just say, on a serious note for him, I know he wants to get back and be better. I really want him to just focus on his health, Rob. He's been going through a lot. Brother was it bladder cancer. He's lost all his toes. Has
he lost all of the toes? Are all gone?
On his left, on one particular foot. They literally just semi-recently he was showing, they're trying to give him, they had about 6 different prosthetic feet toe things. Like you put your foot in there and it gives you toes. Like he's been through a lot because he had, the impetus was he had the surgery, which same thing happened to Grant Hill where he gets infected and he kept getting infected. What's the quarterback? Alex Smith. Have you ever seen Alex Smith with legs? And so he's just been through so much. And remember they had to install a porta potty on the sideline. I just, for me, Rob, all jokes aside, I just would prefer him to just focus on your health for a few years. Get right, get tight, do the pod or do
He's been
TV,
through a lot.
Yeah, he's been through a lot. So I don't even have Joe. Like they were terrible. They struggled without his son and who am I missing right now? Heisman Trophy. Give me his name? Why his name slipping me right now? Rob G. Heisman Trophy winner. Come on, Rob G.
Rob G.
Say again?
He ain't paying.
Steve DeSager is asking me very tough questions right now.
Okay.
Steve! But he's missing out on his best players. He's been struggling. So it ain't been great, Rob. And not to mention, he hasn't been able to the recruiting isn't what it is.
You're talking about Travis Hunter, who's with Jacksonville now, right?
Yep. Thank you. And he hasn't had the big uglies, as they call them. He can't get a lot of the offensive defensive line. So my point is, he's been through that, right? Like, he's been struggling even before the health. But my thing is, he's been through a lot the last 5-6 years if you've kept up with his health journey. And I just would rather, Rob, he just walk away for a little bit.
But he ain't gonna, you think he's going to give up that deal and money he's got? He's not going anywhere.
When you got to have a porta potty
But look at all that he's been through. Don't you think he's been through the worst of it already?
I pray. I hope.
So where's he going now after he said he beat bladder cancer?
Would you agree?
No, I'm
coaching football. No, I was going to say is taxing. You got to travel, go to recruits, NIL. You got to work on that. This ain't no comfy little, maybe a high school.
I get all that.
You know what I mean?
But I think it should be, and you're focusing on his health, which he's fought through, right, to continue coaching. But what about after the winning the first game against was it TCU he won the first game, and then we realized
that a couple of years back,
yeah. Then we realized that TCU was bad. They only won like 4 or 5 games that year. They were bad. But anyway,
do you believe yet? Are you a believer, Rob?
Yeah, that's what he was talking to Ed Werder from ESPN.
Yeah.
But my point is, after that, it's been pretty slim pickings. You don't see Lil Wayne on the sidelines anymore, and Shannon and Stephen A. and all the people who were showing
where
up.
Where your boy Stephen A.
Yeah, none of those people are showing up to Colorado. They didn't know where Boulder was, and then Deion got there. They won a couple games, and then they started disappearing. Like people.
Look actually at this recruiting class. Let's see
it's been bad. Let's just be honest. Since the very beginning, it really hasn't been good. And and a lot of people. And he keeps getting raises and retiring his kids' numbers and all kinds of stuff. Like, I'm not sure what they're doing at Colorado.
class. You know what's missing, Mary? Your generation, y'all need more of this. Now you got an old soul.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Well, here's what I mean.
We
I
don't?
know what you mean. I meant the fact that it made you dance with boys and girls, men and women dance together. That's all I'm saying. I don't mean you need more wild, nasty songs like "Spin That" and stuff. Bad. I get what I know.
No,
where you're
Spin That's
going.
not that nasty. It's not even nasty
Well,
at
it's
all.
not nasty, but I mean, it's scamming people out the money.
That's not nasty.
Would you rather be nasty or scamming people?
We're from Michigan, though, so.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that.
First of all, I think I was in Magic City when this came out.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
I think I was the debut of this when it was.
But the thing is,
you didn't even know him until you. It was Rob Parker in the back corner. You saw him back there.
no, my generation doesn't have enough self-control for more of this.
I disagree. We'll talk about this more off the air. It is the Odd Couple. Kelvin Washington Ephraim Salaam, who's in for Rob on this Magic City Monday, as you hear. Coming up, we got to get to this in a few minutes. We got the home run derby in about 30, 40 minutes or so. That should be good. We'll talk a little bit about that in comparison, Ephraim, to something else. By the way, every day, truck and bus drivers are out there keeping America moving and working to keep our roads safe.
Thank you.
That's right. But large and heavy vehicles don't stop like cars. They need more time and a lot more space. So remember, they stay safe, stay back. America's pros rely on you. Paid for by FMCSA. And right now, 877-99 on Fox. Rob G, let's take a call here about Patrick Mahomes. And finally, on this list through ESPN, their top 10 players at each position, he is actually number 2 for the first time in a handful of years, Ephraim. We both have no issues with that. Let's go to Rob in Queens. Rob in Queens, I can deal with you today.
Hey, fellas. Hey, man. Love you guys, man. You guys always do a great job.
Rob, I can deal with you today because I always tell you too many Robs when you call. Now, today, we're missing a Rob. It's you, Rob G, Rob Parker. I'm over it, but it's cool today.
Too many of us, man. Too many of us,
What
man.
you got for us, man?
You know what? I'm so disappointed with Mahomes lately that I have 3 guys ahead of him. I have Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I have Burrows. Now we just got to keep Burrows healthy, but Burrows. And I have my boy from the Rams. So I have
Matthew Stafford.
Mahomes. Yeah, Stafford. So I have Mahomes probably that's what is like fourth and fifth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even argue.
I was gonna say I mean the Joe Burrow one. I think he's played better when healthy. It's just he's been so unhealthy that it's
we just got to keep him on his legs. Yeah,
and he's been. I mean, listen, I'm not even being funny, Rob. Last year, Ephraim, remember he was like, I don't even know if I like football right now. I don't even.
That's right. That's
when
true.
you
That's
get
true.
beat up and you have an inept organization that you're trying to be the face of and run and compete, and they're not doing the things that you need. Now, look, they did everything he asked. They said pay all the receivers. They paid all the receivers.
Yeah, man.
He forgot that you need a defense as well. You can't outscore people at that level in the NFL. And so I think he's right on the fringe as well. We knew early on Joe Burrows was that guy coming into the league and beating Patrick Mahomes in the AFC Championship early in his career. We haven't seen him capture that yet. Again, right now, injuries and – organizational things.
Defensively, too. Remember, they had a horrible defense a couple seasons back.
I get it. You make a good point. I would definitely put Matthew Stafford.
He's earned it.
Ahead of Patrick Mahomes on this list because Matthew Stafford is a gunslinger. Mm-hmm. You look at his numbers. You look at what he's been able to do. He was one play away from a second Super Bowl last year. And they are the favorite.
Yeah.
I think this year to come out of the NFC. So, look, man, there is a better argument for Patrick to drop down on this list than to be the top of the list.
100%. And, I mean, again, Lamar Jackson had a down season, but if you're talking about the last 4 seasons or so, Lamar Jackson's been incredible. So I'm not mad at him, when to put him there as well. I think the saving grace for him is that people still view it if it's fourth quarter, 2 minutes left, he's down 4.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want him to do that. Yeah,
and I think
with 13 seconds left.
You don't even need 2 minutes.
Lord.
I'm sorry, 13 seconds. Let's
So
take one
bad.
more quick one real quick before we get to what's trending here with USC. Chris, let's go to this is Andre in Massachusetts. Real quick, Andre, what you got?
What up, Dre?
How you doing? Thanks for taking the call. Listen, nothing lasts forever. Okay, we learned this, and we know that dynasties rise and they fall. So I have no problem with Patrick Mahomes sliding down to 2. And actually, Mr. Stat Padford there in Los Angeles, he might be offended that he's in the 3 spot. after his MVP season. Fact of the matter is, the Chiefs, they're in a transition period. Is it going to be a rebuild? Is it going to be a reload? We don't know. But this is not the same Chiefs that we've seen before. People have been consistent on that. And in conclusion, it's Patrick Mahomes' time. Remember, there was 10 years between Tom Brady's championships. Can he tough out these low-hanging years and get back to the top of the pedestal? Thanks for taking the call.
No doubt. Appreciate you. That's going to be the thing. Are you going to be like, hey, you were front heavy, you won 3 early, and then for the next 10, 12 years you didn't do much? Or is he going to be able to have a balance, a Spurs-like approach?
Yeah, I don't know if
Tom
Andy Reid going
Brady
to be able to make that. He's going to be like, bro.
No, Andy going to hit you with the Magic Johnson. I'm not going to be here.
But I know he wants to coach as long as Patrick is there.
Yeah, that sounds good.
But, man, if they have one of those down years like New England did in 10 years, 8 years, not getting back to the promised land, I don't know if they can survive that. And don't get it twisted, Andre. This is not a rebuild year.
No.
They didn't bring Eric Bieniemy back to rebuild.
Travis Kelce
they're
didn't
not
come back in his
speeding.
mind.
Travis Kelce didn't come back for a rebuild.
Right.
They're not speeding Patrick Mahomes. Everything they're saying is he'll be ready for opening day. That doesn't sound like a rebuild year. Now, they went out and drafted the kid in the first round as a running back.
Yeah.
So they're looking to compete this year. Will that happen? I'm not sure.
Kenneth Walker III,
Yeah.
too. So they got this should be the
that's the free agency. They got Kenneth Walker over. Yes.
So this should be you got a back who just came off a Super Bowl win. You picked up a couple things in draft. Eric Bieniemy's back. They say they needed kind of that presence in the locker room and in his play calling. All right, no more excuses.
And after the update with USC Chris, I want to say somebody I think should have been on the list.
Well, then you tell us that. Right now, you just mentioned it. USC Chris getting us updated.
All right, guys. It is decision time. That is the word out of Shams Charania as LeBron James, quote, inches closer and closer to a decision. 5 teams, according to the insider, in the running, and he's also made it clear that LeBron is not motivated by money. Sarcasm's a little bit on my throat as we talk about this. Just kind of want it done. Philly star Bryce Harper is in the home run derby tonight, but also in some matter of controversy. He made a cameo video that was used by FanDuels, who sent it to a bettor who had gone to $1.5 million in gambling debt. Harper said, quote, FanDuel put his own logo on the video. I did not consent to it. They had no right to do it. The Chicago White Sox inked first overall MLB pick and most Chicago name ever, Rock Chalowski, to a $10.35 million bonus, a new record for MLB draftees. According to the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office, Rams left tackle Alaric Jackson will not face felony charges from his June arrest on a domestic violence charge. Home Depot. Upgrade your FIFA World Cup 2026 setup. Build it like Beckham from living room to lawn with the Home Depot. And take the fast, free delivery assist, the Home Depot official FIFA World Cup 2026 supporter. Subject to availability. Well, we're gunning for the FIFA World Cup semifinals, but sickness may play a role. English midfielder Declan Rice was substituted at halftime against Norway, suffering an illness. The 3 Lions, according to the BBC, remain optimistic he will play against Argentina on Wednesday, 3 p.m. at Atlanta, but expect Rice to be a game-time decision. Tuesday is the other big showdown as France takes on Spain at 3 p.m. Eastern at Dallas Stadium. And finally, WNBA in action tonight. LA Sparks going up against Angel Reese and the Atlanta Dream. End of the first quarter, Dream on top, 25-21. Back to the Odd Couple.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Chris. It is the Odd Couple. Kelvin Washington Ephraim Salaam on the Magic City Monday. And the world's biggest soccer tournament is here, and you can trade every match on Kalshi. Download the Kalshi app and use code ODD to get $10 when you trade $10. That's Kalshi. Trade on anything. All right, before we move on to the home run derby, you had somebody else you said who should. I think I have. Is it Jalen Hurts?
No.
Okay.
No, you got to throw the ball down the field.
All right.
Sam Darnold.
Super Bowl winning.
So,
I was shocked that he wouldn't get just based off of that in the last couple seasons.
People tend to never want to forget how they first met you.
Oh, dude.
No matter the type of growth you do, they want to hold you to a standard as a 22-year-old kid, right, in an organization that was then and still is inept.
Jets.
Yes, the New York Jets.
Yep.
Every player that leaves there goes off and does better.
Even Aaron Rodgers.
Even Aaron Rodgers. And so we still refuse to look at Sam Darnold like a starting quarterback. Like, he didn't just lead two teams in back-to-back years to 14 wins.
First time ever happened. Two different teams back, different franchises.
And then go and win the Super Bowl. Like, that's the problem I'm having. He's shown nothing but resilience, grace, and a level of skill that a lot don't have, and we haven't seen from on this list. And so I think there's a notion that Sam Darnold was getting lucky, and it's the people around him are the coaches, but you could say that about every single player. Would Patrick Mahomes be Patrick Mahomes without Andy Reid?
Oh, we pick and choose,
right? Like would
we pick and choose?
Matthew Stafford got with McVay and became a champion and an MVP, right? Like, so we're only doing these, but with Sam Darnold, and I don't think it's fair. I think he's 100% a top 10 quarterback in the league today, right now.
Well, you're sitting in the chair I normally sit. Like that, I've been screaming that to Rob. Now, Rob G's knows this for 2 years. Sam Ronald McDonald is what he calls him. And I kept saying, all right, well, when are you going to put some respect? What more do I have to do? I throw 35 touchdown passes and only 12 interceptions in 2024. I think I'm 14-3. Well, you threw – what did he bring up, Rob G? You missed those passes against the Lions. You had wide open – okay, he keeps bringing it up. Next year, what do? I go to the Seahawks, a new whole coast, literally. I'm farthest way you can get on the West Coast. I go 4,000 yards, 25 touchdowns. I had 14 interceptions. Not great, but we beat the Rams. And I go crazy in the NFC Championship game. No turnovers. Get to the Super Bowl. What's it going to be? No turnovers. Win the Super Bowl. Oh, well, still it was this and it was that. I'm like, dang, what more does he have to do? Nobody's saying he's top 3 or he's the best, but the idea that he's not worth the money.
He's not the top 10?
Right, exactly. So if you're him, you got to be saying, what more do I do? I have 14 games back-to-back, NFC title games, championship here, and what more do you want from me? So
you mean to tell me
he's definitely – he has
Caleb
the right
Williams is – Caleb Williams right now is better than Sam Darnold. Caleb Williams with 54% completion percentage.
Man, Roger, is that me sitting over there?
Jared Goff, right? As good as Jared has been, has his last 2 years been better than Sam Darnold's last 2 years?
Maybe the year prior.
Okay. Drake May.
It's so early.
Who had the easiest schedule in NFL history.
And then we saw it in the playoffs. Whenever he played a real team, he looked at best.
Justin Herbert. Now, Justin Herbert is a prolific thrower of the football. Okay, I get that. If you want to just go by numbers.
People love some Justin Herbert.
Has he won a playoff game?
People love some. You talk about who gets the most bail thrown?
Dak Prescott.
Now, that one, I was confused. Because he was, 6th, I believe it was?
Yeah. So I just rattled off 4 names. You mean to tell me whoever put this list together never one time was like, man, what the Super Bowl champion?
Well, he had JSN to throw to, so you know what I mean. And
but the funny thing is they lost at the time their number 1 receiver, right?
True.
To Pittsburgh. Nobody knew what was about to happen.
Yeah. But you know how it comes. Well, he just did it. But they had one of the best defenses in the league, so you know what I mean.
So did Houston.
Yeah. That's they're gonna keep finding a way.
So did Houston. So what are we talking about?
You brought up something I've been saying, and this hurts me because he's my quarterback. Jared Goff, this is about it. I've been saying it. Rob G knows it. This is it. I've been saying if that offensive line is not a top 8 at the lowest in Detroit, they're doomed. Because you can't keep having it. There's no more. The blitz is coming. I can't move. That doesn't exist anymore. Bo Nix, Drake May. Bo Nix can say I was right there. Could have got to the Super Bowl if I didn't get injured. That's fair point.
Yeah.
Fair point. What is he? What is he? What you said? Mobile. Lamar Jackson about to come back and tell everybody, no, don't get it twisted. I'm MVP level. Mobile. Drake May. Mobile. Patrick Mahomes when he needs to be. Mobile to get those first downs. Josh Allen. I mean, you go down the list. Caleb Williams. You go down the list. Sam Darnold. Baker Mayfield can move. Who am I missing up in San Francisco? 49ers.
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy. if you can't move anymore, and you brought that up earlier, and I've been saying, Jared Goff, if you're saying the offensive line is perfect and everything's great, he's probably a top 5, top 4. As far as just, I'm going to sling that thing. He's going to throw 72, 73% percentage, which is why you have in Chicago, of course, head coach there is mad. I'm offensive coordinator for Jared Goff for all those years. I'm used to precision. I'm used to 72, 73, 74% completion percentage. That's why when he got to Caleb Williams, he's like, man, I don't care. I'm not happy right now. It's
56%, that's not going to get it done.
Absolutely.
Those were Josh Allen numbers in terms of completion percentage when he came into the league the first 2 years. And then he made that miraculous jump in the third year under Brian Daboll to 72% completion, which is the biggest jump in a single year by any starting quarterback. So he has to have one of those jumps in coming into his third year with Ben Johnson and the Bears.
This will be the season.
It has to be.
Yeah, this will be the season where, you're just really, really, really talented, or you're one of those ones.
And, by the way, they're not going to be able to win all of those games in the last 2 minutes again. It never happens 2 years in a row.
That's what happened to the Patrick Mahomes and
That's
the Chiefs.
Exactly what happened.
15-2, and then they lost a bunch of those games.
The coin never flips that way again. It's hard to do that. It's hard to win one possession games or one score games
on Hail Mary passes and
for 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
All right. Well, we talked about it. Of course, we got your tie-rack play of the day and also the MLB Home Run Derby coming up. In comparison to the NBA All-Star, specifically the dunk contest, which is better? We'll tell you. It's the Odd Couple. Ephraim's in for Rob, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday, Fox Sports Radio.
Some run. And the two guys discussed the idea that Jason Tatum did not do enough to keep Jaylen Brown in Boston. They said if he would have flexed his muscles as the franchise player, then Jaylen Brown would still be in Boston. And lo and behold, Jaylen Brown on X, on Instagram, as he's been known to do, went in there, hit the double tap, liked the post, insinuating that, if Jason Tatum would have stood up for your boy, I'd still be in Boston instead. I'm stuck here in Philly with Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid's bad knees.
And, Kelvin, this is why your argument that Jaylen Brown wanted to be his own dog and have his own team is null and void. This guy is so hurt that he got dumped. You should be on cloud nine. You're away from Jason Tatum. You can go to Philadelphia, go take them to the finals, go prove how valuable you are and how good you are. And instead, all he's done is bellyache about what went down. People have been traded for since the beginning of time. Babe Ruth was traded. Wayne Gretzky was sold, but Wayne Gretzky was traded. We could go on and on about all the great players who got moved, okay? Mm-hmm. And for him to be this hurt about, Jason Tatum didn't stick up for me. That's why they moved me out and all this other stuff. If you wanted to be your own guy, you talked about it. The best season you said was last year when you led the team when people didn't have any expectations. It's one thing to ask for something, and I think that he outsmarted himself. He thought that, talking this stuff and all this other stuff, that there's no way the Celtics are going to move me. Look at what we've accomplished. We went to 2 championships and we won one. He got him for the rude awakening that you can be moved. I've said it all the time. Halle Berry's been left. You could be moved. No, I'm dead serious when I say that.
I wasn't ready for that.
You know what I'm saying, though, Kelvin, right? I think Halle Berry is gorgeous. Is one of the prettiest the prettiest woman I ever saw in person.
You remember that Flintstone movie when she was in like 97 or something? 90?
Yeah. It was a bad movie, but I do remember it.
Yeah, I don't remember nothing else about it.
But my point is that he's not happy, and that's why even in his statement originally said he was disappointed and happy. You know what I mean? I'm ecstatic to go to Philadelphia. They want me. This is what I want to do. I want to deliver the championship to the city of Philadelphia and all these people who love basketball. It's a great city and tradition, blah, 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 blah. All that. That could have been his focus and where he was. Instead, he keeps looking back because he never believed that he was going to be dumped. He was dumped and he's hurt. He knows he was dumped.
I hear you, Rob. This is where this is where I still stand on what I was saying. You ever been in a relationship where you're dating, you're kicking with somebody, and eventually you kind of know, like, nah, I'm ready for this to end, but you want to be the one to do it. You don't want, and then they beat you to it. You know what? I don't think this is going anywhere. We need to end this thing. You're like, like I was supposed to be the one to do this, not you. That's where I think Jaylen Brown is. I still believe he wanted his own space. By the way, Jason Tatum may want his own space too. Like, why does Jason Tatum have to, go out of his way? Number one, Jason Tatum doesn't seem like the guy that jumps out for really much of anything. He kind of seems chill, focused on the game and in his own world, takes care of his son, and he's not really a rah-rah guy, period. So I don't expect him to jump out the window for much of anything. And not in a negative way.
But why would Jaylen Brown have to?
Because this is where I'm going. I think Jaylen Brown, Rob, wanted to have his cake and eat it too. I think he wanted the fanfare of oh my gosh, you were so great for us. We love you. No, don't leave. And he wanted to be wooed and oh my gosh. But I also wanted to go. But on the way out, I wanted to feel like the respect that I deserve. I really think he feels like over the last few years, it just wasn't the same. Why aren't we and Jason Tatum 50-50 on this thing?
Dude, he got traded. Why does he care?
Because I'm just telling you my opinion. And I think he wanted to be almost like it was a perfect parting. Not they didn't call me. Not dang, they didn't really talk to me. Not dang, Brad Stevens really didn't have a sit down lunch or have a wine with me and let's just hash the thing out. Not dang, my dog Jason Tatum. I know we had to part ways.
But why would you care if you want your own squad? You got what you wanted.
Because I want to feel all of the respect that I deserve on my way out. Now, Mary Mack. So mad at you. Take your hood off right now. You think you in your bag right now. It's the Odd Couple.
You ain't even been to the club. What you in here doing?
She didn't even have a rebuttal.
She's never.
I didn't want to incriminate myself. That's why.
She's never been inside of a club.
Hold on, wait. She has.
You guys, I'm 23.
Yeah, have you been inside of a club?
I've been clubbing since I was allegedly 16.
Okay. What clubs?
The first club I went to was in Chicago, and then I actually went clubbing in Austin because my sisters love being outside. Mm-hmm. I've been clubbing in LA. I've been clubbing in San Diego. I've been clubbing in Arizona.
Okay, all right.
I've been clubbing
so you in these streets.
Dallas.
She started acting like she was in our area.
She in these streets.
Boy, what an era to be alive when you could. Well,
Detroit. I've been clubbing in Detroit. I love clubbing in Detroit.
Well, you missed a run.
Home, home. It ain't nothing like home.
About the early 2000s. When were you lying?
2009.
Oh, that was You missed. Yeah, you was. The city was going through it. It was a lot. It was
bad.
Yeah,
I
needed
you like a decade earlier. You're like, you know what? Detroit ain't that bad.
Man,
bro,
I think
we only 3-13, but yeah, you came in.
I was miserable.
Yeah,
it was Matthew Stafford's rookie year.
Oh yeah. But did you see
what?
Will he would become?
Yeah, he was amazing.
Okay.
He was amazing.
Yeah, what was that? 6 and 10 years, something like that?
Yes.
Somewhere.
And before that it was 0-16.
Yeah, 0-16.
Yeah.
I know that. Yeah, I do know
I can't believe y'all asked me if I've been to the club.
We just confirmation. We kids don't club like that. It ain't
nobody
same.
going to the club.
I'm not gonna.
Nobody going.
And
to
when
the
it
club.
is, when everything I see from like my little young family members,
it ain't like we
It's
and
not
Rob
fun.
G was having fun. Rob G don't even remember some of his club nights.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. As a
don't know why I put
summer,
you in
like
there,
it's
Robbie. I
summertime,
couldn't
it's been so dead. Like I genuinely need a good night out.
You know what, Ephraim, we need to do on top of the 37 million other things you do? We need to bring back just good old-fashioned fun. Where you dance, you put her off the wall, y'all dance, sweat it out here.
I'm not doing that. The music's too loud. My knees hurt.
No, I'm in
See,
business.
I'm like Ephraim.
No, I didn't say we were doing it. We
Oh,
the
okay.
no,
Yes,
I ain't. What
we
were
can create it. I'm not going nowhere.
No, the business. Absolutely
I'm like,
not.
I'm not doing none of that. That sounds awful.
Absolutely not. Every time it sounds like you like, ooh, my knees hurt just thinking about that. I want to rub my
what
feet
time y'all
together in the
meeting?
bed.
Y'all meeting at 11:30.
On some Netflix.
You miss me.
All right, check this out. Let's get to your tie rack play of the day. Who that? All right, Nemo winning the game for the Rangers. That is your tire rack play of the day. Rangers radio on the call there. For over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free. Backed by Free Row Hazard Protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. I want to throw this out real quick. We got the home run derby popping off here, top of the hour. Should probably be a little bit later after that. You got to go through all the, bells and whistles. But I'm a sucker, and I told Rob G this. Dang it, I'll admit it. The home run derby is a better product, better, much more consistently, and you overall walk away pretty pleased. Some years spectacular, some years like, all right, that was cool. But most of the time you walked away like, oh, that was pretty fun. And the dunk contest for the last 10, 15 years has been meh at best, stands for Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon saving it a couple of times.
Okay. What about Matt McClung?
I'll give him the first one because he was like, Mac who? And then he Mac McClung on the rim, and you're like, all right, that boy good.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, it keeps leaving you dissatisfied, and I keep coming back. And I told Rob G, I know I should like the home run derby more, but I think there's a ceiling when I watch it. I'll go, oh, that was cool. That was cool. Not like literally nothing negative. It's entertaining. You're like, oh, that was cool. Like, all right. Whereas the NBA, when they get it right, Ephraim, when the dunk contest is right, and you got the right participants, and they're doing crazy, like I said, Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon, like the ceiling is higher for me. The home run derby, to its credit, is very consistent, and I'll give that credit. Where you go, like tonight, me and you will be on the TVs here, we'll watch it, we'll go, oh, man, oh, you see it, dang, okay, good. But I don't get overly excited. Whereas when the dunk contest is on point, and Reverend Jesse Jackson, rest in peace. I keep hope alive. Every year I keep hope alive, even when I'm let down every year. Am I crazy?
No, you're not crazy. But the problem with baseball and their marketing and their all-stars is the home run derby is today. What's today?
Monday.
The all-star game is when? Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
You need some weekend joints?
Those are work days. How can you have an all-star celebration for 2 days during the work week? That's the problem. So if I wanted to take my kids, I had a job, and I wanted to take my kids, I would have to take 3 days off. Monday, Tuesday, fly back Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, take Wednesday off. Yeah. So I got to sacrifice 3 days of work to go fly to Philly. No other all-star game or festivities happen during the work week. Start there. Don't even get to the derby. Start there in terms of marketing and making it accessible for fans who want to come and partake. It's ridiculous, and they won't change it.
Well, first of all, baseball is slow to move. I think what it is when you got 162 games, man, we got to get anything cranking. The game, regular game, postseason, we got a lot to get out. We got to get these games rolling, Ephraim.
We are Buzzword.
Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion.
Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys.
They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
The Home Run Derby is about to kick off MLB All-Star festivities, but some quotes from baseball players as the MLB and MLBPA remain apart on CBA negotiations. The contract expires on December 1st. Paul Skeens, the Pittsburgh Pirates ace, says, quote, both sides kind of have their line that they're not going to cross. Mike Trout for the Angels says they can't mess up CBA negotiations. All players agreeing that they are not going to sign for a salary cap in baseball. although his fight was stopped after the first kick turned into a disaster. Conor McGregor wrote on Instagram he plans to undergo surgery and will attempt to fight one more time. We're gunning for the FIFA World Cup semifinals. Sickness may play a role, though. English midfielder Declan Rice is suffering from an illness. He will be a game-time decision against Argentina on Wednesday, 3 p.m. at Atlanta Stadium. I'm Chris Perfett.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
That's right, hour number 2 with the Odd Couple, Kelvin Washington Ephraim Salaam, who is in for Rob on this Magic City Monday. Still a lot more to get to. If you've been keeping up the World Cup, you know now I'm just going to call it the Final Four. It ain't the Final Four, but you know the last 4 teams standing. And a little controversy when it comes to one particular team, Argentina. We'll have a chat about that here in a little bit as well. Plus, at the end of the hour, I'm looking forward to, in honor of Jay-Z and his 3 shows back-to-back in New York, son. Best concert you ever went to? Heavy? Actually, I got to say that correctly. Your favorite, because those are 2 different things. Your favorite concert.
They're both the same.
Oh, okay. Sometimes they are. For me, they're not. I'll explain what I mean when we get there. And then finally,
can
next
we do
hour,
a top 3?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll get
there.
3. We'll
get there.
Brandon Scoop B. Robinson is going to join us, NBA insider and host of The Pull-Up with Scoop B. Scoop B has been getting some scoops, too, so we'll chop it up with him about that. All right, and by the way, you can always check us out on YouTube. We're there right now. You can see our handsome mugs. Go to YouTube, search Odd Couple. If you were seeing Ephraim right now, if you're on it. Check us out there on YouTube. Like it, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Pass the good word. And we'll maybe read some comments from the Odd Mob as well, the YouTubians. We appreciate it as always. All right. Look. Is that your passport picture right there? Give me your passport picture. There you go.
You know you can't smile.
No, you can't smile. They don't play with that either.
No, sir, don't smile.
They do not play. No,
all right.
No glasses, no this, no that, no chains, anything. All right, let's get to this. Speaking of scoops, I was talking about Scoop B, but there's a lot of scoops going on. Some of them coming from somebody who acts like he ain't dropping the scoops, Rob G. And Rich Paul has some things to say about you-know-who, LeBron James.
Well, I mean, depending what time you catch him on your local podcast feed, television show,
he working
radio,
it, ain't
he? His answer to what's going on with LeBron James might flip because you've heard USC Chris mention in the updates that, hey, Shams Charania spoke to Rich Paul, and this decision's coming any minute now because we're all waiting with bated breath on where LeBron's going to take his talents to this time. And then you'll go on the Shannon Sharp podcast and say, I just want to be happy. He wants to be happy. Don't know when he's going to make a decision. And then he's going to jump on ES Sports Center and say, winning a championship is not the thing that really matters to him. He just wants to be happy. And he's going to go another thing and says, well, he wants to be in the winning championship business. That's what he really wants. And so basically what it comes down to is either nobody knows anything or Rich Paul is really jumping through hoops to make you think that LeBron James hasn't made his decision, and he really has. So now we got reports that LeBron's decision is coming, that executives, GMs, and players are being asked to send phone voice messages to Rich Paul that he will then relay to LeBron James.
You hear cornets?
Yeah, exactly. That Draymond Green is going to be they're going to be hanging out together. That's got to be reported. And Draymond got to confirm that on his own podcast. They went golfing together, and he made a pitch that was crazy. So this whole LeBron James free agent situation is starting to feel eerily similar, if not even worse, than what we saw with the decision 16 years ago.
I'm gonna scale it back. I'm gonna let that was a whole other thing because he was in his beginning of the peak of his powers at that point. He had been an MVP, and he was the guy then. This isn't that. So I won't go that far. But what I'll say is I think what we've realized to me, Ephraim, and this is on one end, it's the gift and the curse. The gift is, the compliment to LeBron is he's been this good, and even last year was this good, even in the postseason for the Lakers.
Yep.
You could argue he outplayed SGA in those games against the Thunder. that teams still want him and teams still feel he's the missing piece, we can win. Cleveland, if we get a LeBron, we can go to the finals and be past the Knicks, right? Philly, man, we got a bunch of talent. If we get a guy who's been there before, Spurs, that's all we were missing was a veteran presence, So you can go on down the line where guys are willing to wait. Organizations are willing to wait, and that's a compliment to him that he can hold the league hostage. The downside, the curse is that LeBron has become such a thing that careers have been built on it, shows have been built on it, writers and reporters who have been on the beat of LeBron for 24 years have made careers of it, that now any and everything is reported upon. LeBron had a Philly cheesesteak, so that means he's going to Philly. You know that, Ephraim, right? LeBron, Rich Paul said golf matters. Where is better golf than on the West Coast, so he must be going up to the Bay Area. LeBron, he always said his favorite family vacation. You know what I mean? We're getting to the point where any and everything, he's going to hang out with Draymond, so that means he's a warrior. And LeBron likes to troll. Stomping through the town. What town is it, LeBron? When he's posting the video, rolling through the city. Oh, shoot. You know what you're doing. You know we're going to dissect every tree, every landmark. Where is he? What does he mean? What is this? How do we read into it? And I think that's the part that has become fatiguing for those who are either indifferent to LeBron or those who hate him, is how he's covered, how everything's a thing, how everything becomes, it's on social media. If he posts something, it becomes a thing, and to, we talk about it too. And I think that adds to the, again, if you already don't like him, you're like, see, man, this is every, because it just adds to, because instead of just what makes sense just basketball-wise, I get that. Where the fit matters, it's every little thing he does. And I think that wears on people now. Here we are, 24 years of it, where people are just over that. They're over what they'll deem the drama, the extra stuff. And I think people will get worn out by it. And Rich Paul, who kind of plays both sides, last point, Ephraim, he kind of like, oh, no, I'm just doing a podcast. I ain't even thinking about LeBron. No. You got to understand LeBron, what he's looking for. No, this is just me talking. I'm not talking for everything you say is going to somehow benefit LeBron. You're never going to harm LeBron or any other your clients, and you know what you're doing. So he tries to play, oh, no, I'm just, it is what it is. But then it's like, no, see, but you got to understand, LeBron, it's not about money. Well, he doesn't want to be he's not team jumping for contenders, Ephraim. He's just saying he wants to be in a competitive situation. So it's like, okay, Rich, how am I supposed to take anything you say when I know everything you're saying is either from him or for him?
Okay, so does any of that surprise you?
No.
So why does it bother you?
I wouldn't say it bothers me. I'm saying this is the fuel to why I think some of LeBron hate isn't just his play, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I think it's these things that have worn on people for, let's say the last 15, because I think the first 8, 9 was like, whatever, LeBron, whatever. He's LeBron, he's good. And I think the last 10, 12, 15 years have been this stuff, that the business side of it. When, look at debate shows, as they start to blow up, they realize, we're going to get the 3 greatest hits, and we're going to beat that into the ground, and he was one of them.
I don't have a problem with anything transpiring right now. I think LeBron James, in going into year 24, has earned this. I think he's not holding free agency hostage because he's not commanding a salary that would make any team, have to make real decisions in terms of getting to the second apron or not, right? In 24 years, LeBron James has been the talk and the story of the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
He's been the face of the league. At 40, at 41, he's the face of the league. I don't have a problem with him making the decision whenever he makes it, because teams have already gone out in free agency and spent the money.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get in the way of the Giannis trade. He didn't get in the way of the Paul George trade or the Kawhi trade. He didn't get in the way of anything. Matter of fact, there is no trade. He's a free agent. He literally gets to pick where he wants to go. He's come out and said, it's not about the money. It's not about the money.
Well, he's a billionaire, so you're extra.
But what I'm saying is, LeBron James, really, as good as he is now on the open market, could command $25, $35 million a year still right now. Right? He can get a 2-year deal for $60+ million, right? With a player option or a team out, whatever that is. He can command that. He's not interested in that. What that did was it opened up everyone, right? It opened up teams like Philly who are approaching the second apron, who couldn't afford to pay LeBron James $30 million a year. It opens up teams like San Antonio who have a young core. They just re-upped Victor Wembanyama 5 years, $252 million. Right?
It even opened up the Lakers. A lot of people thought maybe he could, it was all
still
this to go back.
He can still come back. So all I'm saying is LeBron James has earned the right to, number one, take his time. Number two, he's taking his time, and it's not interrupting any other NBA business. The team LeBron is going to pick already knows.
You think so?
We just don't know. Of course. Of course. Let me explain something to you. Number one, the team has to have the mid-level exception. What they have to have the room.
Mm-hmm.
So you mean to tell me LeBron James is just going to pick a team without them knowing?
Well, I think these teams, I do think there's an element of still surprise, and I think they just I think they're saying, I'm going to keep 3 to 5 ready.
No. The team that he picks, whenever he decides to tell us, they know and have known. That's it.
You could be right. I just think there is a.
If he's going to Philly, and I'm not saying that's what he's doing,
right?
You don't think he has a place to stay out there already?
I mean,
you think he's just going to make a decision and then we got to get out there and we got to go get the.
I think LeBron can do anything he needs.
No,
in
but what
24
I'm
hours.
saying is, if you decide on a team, like the summer is almost up. Summer's almost up.
I genuinely believe that he's still figuring this out. I could be naive.
No,
I could be wrong.
No, he knows where he wants to go play.
He wasn't going to be a Laker.
Yeah, he knew that.
I don't think that was a
he knew that, but he knew he wanted his son to still stay there and still have his guaranteed
play LA
contract.
family there. Yeah. I think I agree with that.
So whatever he decides to do, I'm all for it. Thank you for what he did for the Lakers. We were irrelevant prior to him coming there. We got a championship.
Why are you the only Laker fan that says that?
What?
Most Laker fans, good riddance, never wanted you.
Oh, because I'm a realist. Number one, I work in the business. I'm a fan, but I work in the business. So I'm looking at it like talking points and the reality of a situation. Sometimes being a fan can blind you to the reality of what's happening and what a person meant to a franchise.
You ever looked at somebody sideways even when they did something good for you? Like,
yeah, but
that's how a lot of Laker fans. Rob G, you're a Laker fan. I feel like living here, being on the airways when he came, I literally was on local station here the day that he signed, and we took the calls, me and whoever I was with that day, and I was blown away at the Laker fans that were
why?
Like not happy.
You know why?
I know it was the Kobe.
It's Kobe because they played against each other
but we
at the height of their power. No, it is what it is.
If it were Bird, if Bird was coming to the Lakers,
they were supposed to play in the finals, but they blew it. LeBron and them blew it.
The year that the Magic got there.
So what I'm saying, look.
But wouldn't any fan?
No. That's how Kobe is revered here. That's how much Kobe is revered here.
All right, okay, let me ask you this.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Michael Jordan.
Yes.
He retires that second time, right? After they won the three-peat, 98, he retires.
I don't like where you're going with this.
What?
I think I know where you're going with this.
What? Karl Malone comes to Chicago. Or whatever other, Clyde Drexler comes to Chicago. Right? A superstar.
Yeah.
Barkley, a superstar, comes to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to replace?
No,
you're going to feel a certain type of way. But if Barkley leads them in 2 years
I think
to a championship,
would have to be.
You don't replace Jordan. You're thankful for that.
But I don't think many were. I think it was like a like when your kid's been begging you for something, you say no, you
we hadn't made the playoffs in 6 years prior to LeBron.
Stop being rational,
LeBron James
That's
got
the problem.
there.
You're being rational.
Even in the second year, even in the COVID-shortened year, they were the number one team in the West heading into the last 3 weeks of the regular season. They were the favorites to win the NBA championship.
Jump in on this because I need you as a Laker fan. I feel more people, even when they won it, were like, thank God we won it for Kobe, not so much like, oh, LeBron, way to win it for us. And he's being rational because I'm
being real.
I compliment you, but I don't think most fans here. I think it was always a side eye with LeBron, even when things were good. It was like, and I think your better to answer your question would have been, what if Kobe came to replace Jordan? Because I think it has. If it's Barkley, I don't think there's apples to apples. Because all right, cool, we got a big.
No, that's a good point. You're right.
It has to have been Kobe.
I didn't want to do that because
right, but it makes sense because then they would go because part of the thing was people felt LeBron skipped Kobe and the greatest of all. People were like, and at that point, it wasn't a done deal, but it was like. It was 2018, so people were like, a lot of people had already made up their mind. Oh, he's the second best, or he's the first, or whatever. But
yeah, if Kobe did come in and replace Michael Jordan,
Kobe coming in,
it'll be like
after those first three with Shaq or something, or you know, and you like, oh, because a part of you was like, is he about to be better than Mike? No, he ain't. Heck no, man.
I was saying somebody who was a peer of Jordan.
I got what you mean, but there has to be some smoke attached to it.
I got you,
and that's
and so in Chicago fans wouldn't embrace Kobe like Laker fans really didn't embrace LeBron.
And I just
we appreciated what you did on the court for us.
Yeah.
But bro, this is Kobe country.
Do you think
Magic and Kobe?
I think this is a good question too. Kobe, God bless the dead, doesn't pass. Less vitriol, more welcoming.
Yeah, because Kobe would have accepted LeBron like he did.
That's what I'm wondering. Like,
that's the gate. That's the bridge we don't have. That's the bridge.
Yeah.
Kobe loved LeBron.
I know that.
Loved him. loved for him to come to the Lakers
because he understood the brand and
he knew what we needed.
And I wasn't my best the last handful.
He knew what we needed.
But I'm always wondering, like, if he would
look, I'm not a. Before he got to the Lakers, I was a Kobe guy, so that's just what it was.
Mm-hmm.
When he came to the Lakers, I was grateful that he came to the Lakers. It got us our 17th championship. At the time, it tied us with the Celtics, which is the only thing I care about. Now they won up on us, right? So I'm a real fan, man. I've been a fan. I've been going to the Great Western Forum. I used to live a mile away from the Forum in Inglewood growing up. Bob McAdoo's my uncle when he played for the Lakers. Like where we used to go, all of that. So I'm in. I'm Laker through and through.
Would you agree that you're the anomaly?
Yeah, most fans are.
I think
Laker
people were
purists.
Kobe fans than Laker fans. I could be wrong.
Laker fans are, the real Laker fans are purists, right? I was there cheering on him when Sedale Threatt was running the point, right? When little hands, little feet, baby, Eldon Campbell.
Shout out to the Big Easy. He helped Detroit.
Yeah, all right, whatever. He didn't help us.
I know,
right? When Nick Van Exel was like, 1, 2, 3 Cancun, and then found himself bouncing around the NBA, and was no longer Nick the Quick to get on another team. That one thing changed his whole career because Kobe was like, not here.
Robert Sacre era.
Yes, all of it.
Yeah. Chris Mims, wasn't that his?
Right?
Yeah, that was some lean times.
So it's some lean times. LeBron James brought us back from obscurity into prominence, and it's been, miss the playoffs, get to the play in, we've played relevant basketball the last 3-4 years. I'm okay with that.
But that's what I've said, and I also told you, if you look at what other guys have done over the 8 years, he's right on par with the guys we would say, the Giannis's, the Jokers, and the SGAs.
There'll never be another LeBron James.
Yeah.
There'll never be someone to play 24 years at the level he's played. That's why it's never been someone like that.
No, it's crazy what we're witnessing.
It's a reason there's never been a LeBron and won't be another LeBron. Who's doing that?
No, nobody doing that.
24 years?
Because you could play 24 years.
He averaged 24.6 and 6 last year at 40.
Yeah, you 41. Be 42 in December.
This is what we're talking about. His career past 38 is greater than some entire careers for NBA players.
For sure.
His numbers
alone.
I would
argue Hall of Famers.
Without a doubt.
There's some Hall of Famers who the last 8 years, if they had that record, they would love that.
It's like Kobe Bryant, right? When you look at him, the number 8 Kobe Bryant, the number 24 Kobe Bryant. 2 separate careers, 2 separate players. They're both in the Hall of Fame. They both have multiple championships. That's greatness.
Where we draw the line for LeBron with jerseys? Is it when he changed to 6 or something? Is it Miami post? Is it anything before that? Any the second round of Cleveland back? Like, second time he went back to Cleveland, is that the first half?
That's no. I think the
Cleveland and Miami's first half.
No, Cleveland and Miami's the first half, and Cleveland now is the second half.
Gotcha. All right. On the way, we also got to get you updated. USC Chris will do that as well. Plus, a little controversy in the World Cup. You buying it? We'll tell you. It's the Odd Couple on a Magic City Monday. Ephraim's in for Rob, Kelvin Washington. Stick with your boys, Fox Sports Radio. Before we get to that, speaking of the World Cup, hopefully you've been enjoying it, and maybe you've just been listening to me over the last few weeks talking about this. The world's biggest soccer tournament heating up in the U.S., and on Kalshi, you can trade every match from the knockout rounds all the way to the final. France has looked like the best team all tournament long. Many people obviously already picked them to win it, but now they face the Spaniards and that vaunted defense. So in the semifinal, France is currently trading at 62% to win the match, meaning a $100 trade pays out $162 if they can beat Spain. On Kalshi, you are trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house, and as the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. So for a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code ODD to get $20 when you trade 20. That's code ODD, O-D-D, to get $20 when you trade on $20. Kalshi, K-A-L-S-H-I, Kalshi, trade on anything.
Restrictions and eligibility apply. Not available in all states and must be 18 plus. Trading involves significant risk. Consider if it's appropriate for your financial circumstances. Prices and value may differ and some markets may not be active. See Kalshi.com/regulatory for more.
All right, hey, Rob G, news in the NBA.
Yeah, breaking news right before we got on air. We kind of felt it coming, and it hit in a big way. According to ESPN, Shams Charania, Victor Wembanyama, Rob Parker's favorite Frenchman, at least temporarily,
Everyone knows it's Wemby.
Got himself a new extension in San Antonio. It sounds good at first. He's going to be making 5 years, $252. The only problem is he was eligible for 5 years, $302. It took a $50 million haircut to help out the front office there in San Antonio, and Mr. Parker's not very happy about it.
It makes no sense. Wemby, what are you doing? You've been brainwashed too. It is unbelievable how these athletes have been brainwashed by front office people, owners. Has he looked at the landscape of what's happened? How players have been traded away because they don't want to give the owners don't want to pay these guys, don't want to give these extensions. And you're taking $50 million less than you have to. For what reason? For what reason? Why do you need to take less? Let them figure out what they're doing. Wemby, you should be a guy who leads the way. You're the next guy in the NBA. You're the guy who people can look at and follow. And you're a young guy with a long career. Don't do this. You can't do this again. This is a colossal mistake. You should get what you're entitled to. Ask the GM, did he take a cut so that there's more money for the other staffers? Ask the owner, will he have a cap on profits? How about an owner's profits cap? Kelvin, if I said that owners can only make 10% profit on their investment, how many would sell the team the next day? They wouldn't go for that, right, as an owner? Mm-hmm. Why in the world are players dumb? And I say that seriously. Like, this whole idea, Patrick Mahomes was bamboozled, signed one of the worst contracts I ever saw. They touted $500 million. Rob G, $63 million was guaranteed when he signed the contract. Who'd they get rid of? They got rid of everybody, right? Like Tyreek Hill had to go. Honey Badger had to go. Snead had to go. And then, don't forget, Chris Jones had to sit out to get his money. But they told Patrick, yo, if you don't take as much, we'll be able to do this. Tom Brady did the same thing to the Patriots. Go. There's a long list of Patriots guys who never got paid by the organization. They used up their talents young and never got the money. And Tom Brady took less. And then they did a story, Rob G, correct me, the Boston Globe. The Patriots were one of the teams that didn't spend the extra money. They barely spent money on free agents. All they ever talked about was Tom Brady did all of this with no receivers, with no names. Guys who were working at Dunkin' Donuts. They didn't go out and sign anybody big time. They got Randy Moss because he was dumped by the Raiders, right, because of the whole situation there. He was on the downside. He wasn't a star that they went out and got money. He rehabilitated his career in New England. My point is, it's not your job to save the organization. You don't have to do that. You're not a bad person if you don't take less. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't think listen, anybody wanting to get paid, especially when you deserve it, you're talented, you're 22, you're already been to the daggone finals, defensive player of the year.
His first year in the postseason.
I get it. So I'm with you on that. Anybody who wants to take more money, I get it. I'm not mad. Me or you would want to take more money. Here's the difference. Here's where I disagree or push back, Rob. The challenge is you brought up the owners. The owners don't have a cap. Unfortunately, in the NBA, not MLB, they have caps. So that means, hey, Wemby, I wish I could pay you the $120 a year you're worth. LeBron, Steph, these guys would have been worth crazy money every year, but there's a cap. So I can only pay you, in this case, $302, but you wanted the $252. Because in order for me to sign Castle, and then Dylan Harper, who's behind him, and all of that, I'm going to need money because we have a cap. So I get your point, but the owners, there is no cap, so they can make as much as they want. And here's the difference, Rob. The challenge with a guy like Wemby and some other players that you named and other players in general is because they want to win because their legacy is not going to be based on how much money they accumulated. Fox Sports Radio, it's the Odd Couple. Kelvin Washington Ephraim Salaam on a Magic City Monday. Hopefully you had a great weekend. Hopefully Monday's going great for you as well. All right, what's what to do? After I tell you about the podcast that Rob G is going to be working hard, we're going to have the best of a full-length version as well. It'll be up wherever you get your podcast. All you got to do is search the Odd Couple. You'll see it there. Like and share. Give us 5-star review. We appreciate it as always. I know Rob was saying, and Alex will hit the do it button. So go check out the podcast wherever you get your podcast. Greatly appreciate it. Here's what we'll do. We'll go to USC Chris, and then on the other side, I do want to – I know you're keeping up with the World Cup. It's been great. We got the Final Four now, the best 4 teams. But a little controversy over the weekend, and I believe whatever side you viewed it on, you were right. I'll explain what I mean. USC Chris not getting us updated.
Well, you definitely got my attention as a big soccer fan there, too. I really want to know what this controversy – because there's probably at least like 2 or 3 cases I could think of. So
yeah.
But we'll get to that in just a second, but we will update you on the World Cup right now. Trained to push past the pain, not athletes, just people trafficked every day right here in the United States, sometimes by someone they trusted during the World Cup. Help us break the silence. Visit bluecampaign.gov/World Cup to learn more. We got the semifinals coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday, Spain takes on France at 3 p.m. Eastern at Dallas Stadium. I really like this thing where I don't have to say AT&T or Mercedes-Benz Stadium because they're not paying me either. So, whatever. Wednesday, Argentina and England facing off at Atlanta Stadium at 3 p.m. English midfielder Declan Rice suffering from an illness. There's been a bit of illness going through a couple camps here on the East Coast. He was subbed out at halftime against Norway dealing with whatever he had. But the Three Lions say that they are optimistic he will play against Argentina. Could be a game-time decision. Home Run Derby is going on right now. Wilson Contreras taking his mashers. He's got 13 homers, one swing left. He's hit 470, 482, and 487 right now. So keeping an eye as the Home Run Derby gets underway. According to the Los Angeles County District's Attorney's Office, Rams left tackle Alaric Jackson will not face felony charges from his June arrest with domestic violence charges. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter between the Atlanta Dream and the LA Sparks. Dream on top 66-62. Angel Reese 14 points, 7 rebounds. Back to the Odd Couple.
Hey, Chris, appreciate you. It is the Odd Couple. The excitement of the FIFA World Cup is now streaming live on Fox 1 and the official English streaming platform to catch every unforgettable moment. Fox 1 brings the action straight to your screen so you never miss a goal. Download Fox 1 and experience the FIFA World Cup live. All right, Rob G, speaking of, we got 4 teams left in the World Cup. And one in particular, current reigning World Cup leaders, some controversy. What's new with Argentina?
Yeah, Argentina, despite having the GOAT, the greatest player of all time, and the most popular athlete in the world, Lionel Messi, as the front man of their squad, has been shrouded in controversy throughout this World Cup run to the semifinals. Most recently, in a game against Egypt, where they had several calls go their way, and you had the Egyptian manager openly say, "Hey, I think the fix is in to get Argentina as deep as possible." Right after that, when they all knew eyes were on them, they found a way to get what do they call it? They call it Vargentina now because VAR is suddenly in support of what's going on with Argentina. They have things going their way. They're saying that FIFA actually stands for Fix It for Argentina.
Yeah. The streets are saying it.
There are a lot of people, not just fans, not just reporters and media outlets, but when you have the other competitors openly suggesting that the fix is in to help these guys make a run, it's kind of put a damper on this whole situation.
It has. And if you're Argentina and USC Chris, he ain't looked at me like this the whole first hour and a half. He ready for this talk.
I looked at you for the Detroit talk earlier, though.
Okay. All right. I did all this so you looked up for that. But no, this one was a stern. You ready to talk about this. I'll say this. You know this, Ephraim. Confirmation bias is like the idea that if you went into that match against Switzerland and you were saying, man, they always out trying to help Argentina. They want Lionel Messi in the finals. They want look how they did them against Egypt. Then you got exactly what you were looking for. You got the call where they had they called the yellow card on an Argentinian player. They review it. Vargentina, they go to the VR, they look at it, and what do they see? That it was a Switzerland player who actually dove, and they rescind the yellow card for the Argentinian player.
He didn't die. He took a dive.
Took a dive. Yeah.
That's their best player. Like, that's the part I'm.
This is where I hate the rule of the law and this versus the spirit of the law.
Okay.
The rule of the law is if you take the yellow card, you got to give it to him.
Got to give it to somebody.
That's the rule. But the spirit is, man, he already got a yellow card earlier. He took a dive. It wasn't the worst thing in the world. Okay, and that's their best player. That's in a great match so far. It's equalized 1-1. Let's just kind of turn a blind eye. All right, we're going to take the yellow card back, but we don't have to give it. Rule, letter of the law, we have to give it to you. So that's where anybody else could have took the dive, even would have been all right, because it just would have been a yellow card to them.
The rule was put in for a reason. The rule was put in for a reason. That is the reason, and that was the most egregious one I've seen the whole tournament.
I thought the dude that shot Rookie and Boys in the Hood was out there.
That's what it looked, and the ref called it from across the field because that's how egregious it looked.
Yeah.
So when he went back and looked at the VAR and was like, so no one touched you?
No, he won an Oscar.
You have to, bro, that's a LeBron flop.
Hold on, whoa.
Right? That's the LeBron flop. Remember he was down on the ground and he
look up. No, that's amazing.
Right?
That's one of the best memes too.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it was that level, and just think about it. It's the NBA took flopping as serious as FIFA.
You that 1 year.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about if you flop like that, now it's no longer a foul on the person. It's a foul on you.
That's what they tried to do.
It was just that you got a warning, right? And if you got I'm talking about, we're going to take the foul from them and give it to you.
You got to go one up too.
And
if you get a foul, you get out.
And a technical free throw.
Yeah,
one
and
shot.
let alone, and if you already got one, you get out because that's the problem. He had the yellow
you got to
card.
go.
So here's what I mean by that. So that's what I'm saying with the confirmation bias. So, but if you believe Argentina always gets these favorable calls and all this stuff, then that just confirmed it for you. And then, lastly, on the other side, if you're a person who says, well, look, Argentina, they fight through everything. They underplayed some of their teams. They didn't play the best, but they find a way to win. That's what champs do. They know how to pull it out. Close games, blowouts, it doesn't matter. Then again, you were confirmed. In a very close game, it was equalized 1-1. Switzerland was hanging in there, kind of had a little bit of momentum. They found a way to win. They find a way to win against Egypt when they score 3 goals late. They find a way to win because they're champs. So you can be in that camp. I like to lean in the more along, and if Lexi was here, he would fight me. But I would like to lean a little bit more on, as you mentioned, that was egregious. He had to go. I didn't want him to because it was a great match.
Shame on you for doing that.
Yeah, and
shame on you.
There was not a lick of contact, not a shoelace to shoelace or nothing.
I can't. These are grown men.
And going back to the Egypt, I'll get USC Christian. He is chomping at the bit. You let him get 3 goals in like 13 minutes, Egypt. I'll give you one if it was contra. Okay, maybe the ref. Okay. 3 goals in like 13 minutes, that's on you. Am I wrong, Chris?
I think what stemmed from all of this against Switzerland, I agree with you guys. It was egregious. The flop was egregious. There's no way to save it at that point. You have a yellow card. You should know the eyes of the officials are on you at that point. You get another one, it's red, you're done. I think the problem is that it is the Egypt game. I think that's at the forefront of this, but it's going to poison everything moving forward with Argentina because what they called against Egypt was like egregious. I think in this tournament overall, VAR has been used in very weird ways. It's which gave us the Balogun situation where it's like VAR is not supposed to be used like this.
They never use it. Great point. I mentioned that. They never use it, and they never slow it down like that. And for Balogun, they did.
There's been a ton of irregularities. You had that Norway-England game where the ball hit the wire but then FIFA's
they said it didn't. They confirmed.
They said because it doesn't tip the monitor on the ball itself. But who are you going to believe, the monitor or your lying eyes? Everyone saw it hit the wire and it wasn't called. So I don't know if it's fixed in there, but I definitely think I think this pattern with Argentina goes well beyond just this tournament, and I think it's just boiled over. Egypt was the inflection point. The Switzerland thing feels like a false positive.
Well, they had a guy, too.
It's going to be worse when we get to England because the English press will not shut up about anything if England is aggrieved against Argentina.
And that's the bad part is that now if a dude, he tackles somebody and they don't call it, it's going to be looked at. We're going to be in that position where, because again, now it's out there on Argentina that everybody's looking for any and everything. Now, I will say this, Ephraim, Laker fan, I do believe the leagues would love to have their favorite player and or team, in this case, Lionel Messi, in the finals.
Well, I'm sure they want a repeat of 4 years ago.
Yes. And if you can, and if you, let's say things come down to a close call, well, I don't think it's going to be that close. Dang it, 2002, Lakers, Sacramento Kings. That was 02, right? Or was that 03?
I don't know what you're getting at here.
Oh, you know what I'm getting at.
I don't know what you're getting at.
One of the worst officiated games in the history of mankind.
I really don't know what you're getting at. So what are you getting at?
I just said it. Where the Kings were robbed.
Kings were robbed?
That game, yes. Wow. I'm not saying series, a bunch of them. And you know it. I don't give a dang.
Robbery.
Back to your USC talking about our eyes. We all seen it. We seen it.
What did you seen it?
I seen where the refs were either calling or not calling stuff. I seen Kobe blow through Bibby's face and they called it on on Bibby to foul. Everybody, what?
It's a foul.
I'm not doing this with you.
It's a foul. What you talking about?
I'm not doing this with you. That was one of the most. Dude,
you made contact with me.
When the last time? Bring that up to Chris Webber. He's usually a cool, calm, collected cat.
I know, Chris.
I know. Bring that up to you. Might just bring it up behind glass or somewhere. Like he's gonna go crazy.
Look, man, they had a little spark. That spark went out. It's over. Ain't been the same since.
Man, I'm about to hit you with a spark plug right now.
They ain't been the same since.
That was fun, though. I love that. That couple years.
That was a great rivalry for a hot second.
That's what I was saying. We need those in the league.
Hot second.
We need it. Well, y'all ruined it.
Hot second.
Okay, so following this conversation, though, who do you guys have for the England and Argentina game? And who do you guys think is going to take it?
Argentina. Argentina have the greatest footballer on the planet.
Yeah, but
look, let me tell you
England is their first real matchup.
You're right.
You're
right.
USC, Chris, like their first.
I think it was big. I think it was big for them to take down Norway. I will say for England, it has been Harry Kane carrying this load, but Jude Bellingham coming on for 2 goals.
Jude,
last
baby.
Game.
Hey, Jude.
I think they're at this point they're deeper than Argentina.
They are. They are. But
they're battle tested too. Only 3 teams have beaten Mexico in Azteca since
that's
1965.
That's hard to do.
They're one of them.
Boy, that was an impressive win. That was a really impressive win. I'll say this. You know what greatness is, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you got to look at Lionel Messi like you look at Michael Jordan.
I mean, he's that.
Like you look at Kobe. Like you look at the greatest Magic, Bird, some of the LeBron, some of the greatest players on the planet. For whatever reason, they can summon something that us mere mortals, even us other professional athletes, can't summon. Right? That's what they're up against. And that gives the edge to Argentina. When you and look, for all intents and purposes, if you've been watching, Lionel Messi has been not exerting a lot of energy.
It's a lot
until the ball touches his foot. And you can instantly see at 39, he better than everybody else.
No, it's different. I ain't gonna lie.
He's better than every single person on the pitch when the ball touches his foot. And in those short bursts, that's dangerous, man.
You know what helps him too is he's been playing in this climate, in MLS, in this summer climate.
This is home.
This is his home. He's been playing here for a few years now. So like when England, Norway were gas, it's 103 feeling on the pitch in Miami.
107,
yeah. He's used to that now.
Man, you gotta find him sometimes though. He ain't you.
No,
with you 6'12",
and he will sit and he'll be hiding and that ball across and you be like, he got it, and then he just like boop boop boop.
No, it's a whole nother level.
Just watch his foot speed at 39 years old. When he gets the ball in traffic, you're like, they're not.
You know what he has that
they're not taking that ball.
He has that the magical people in any sport have. Is where you expect the unexpected from them, and it is that's why we watch. That's what
he knows what you're going to do before you do it, and that's why he's good.
It looks different. It does look like he's in a different.
I'm telling you, he'll be standing or walking, and that ball will come across the middle, and it'll touch his foot, and it's 0 to 100 in a split second.
His passes look different.
Oh my God,
they look on the money.
He's gonna put it right where it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
but y'all think that Messi's again just his accuracy, because again you have to consider his age. I genuinely, because I'm going for England, not to be a homer, but I don't think I don't think it's enough. Like, especially, have you guys seen England's goalkeeper Pickford?
Oh yeah.
And the way he's just been defending the ball and
I'm with you. I'm England.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Britannia takes it. I think they're crazy enough to take it.
Yeah. All right, here's speaking of crazy, it was a crazy weekend. If you are a Jay-Z or hip-hop fan or just a fan of music in general in New York, he did the 3 days of concerts there. And which line be, Mary, you can jump in this, Rob G, Chris, yourself, obviously, Ephraim. Best concert or favorite concert you attended? We'll do that. It's the Odd Couple on a Magic City Monday. Stick with us. Fox Sports Radio.
The blockbuster trade that would have sent Kawhi Leonard back to the Six in exchange for Brandon Ingram and draft picks has been put on pause. That is because the NBA told both teams, well, specifically Toronto, y'all can make this trade if you want to. But if you do, when this Aspire investigation is complete, whatever punishment comes down involving Kawhi Leonard, that's on you now. You got to have the responsibility of whatever the punishment is going to be. So in the meantime, in between time, if you're not ready for that, this trade is put on pause indefinitely.
If I'm the Raptors, given the history of the NBA missing fumbling investigations, Terry Rozier.
Clear.
Like seriously, right?
Like Malik Beasley. Clear.
Malik Beasley, clear. Like what are you worried about? This might be the softest commissioner of any sport where players normally, and what are they going to do to Steve Ballmer? Seriously. What are they going to do to Steve Ballmer?
They can't do nothing money-wise.
They can't do anything. They can't hurt that dude at all. And they know he's the Daddy Warbucks. But it is surprising that the NBA put out this warning about Kawhi. I mean, because why has it taken 10 months? Really? But you couldn't find out any gambling stuff on any of your players. That's what they claim. I don't buy the NBA. I think the NBA's soft. If you're the Raptors, I'd go ahead with the deal. What is it going to be? Are they really going to spend Kawhi for a year and tell the Steve Ballmer that he has to give up his ownership? Is that what's going to happen?
I mean, I don't want to say that's what's going to happen. We'll have a little conversation later on in the show, kind of what we expect on that end. But I'll say this. I'll see your Raptors point, and I'll add to it that, to me, this is a telltale that it might actually be something coming. I think the MC Hammer is coming. Alex, I need it. Here comes the Hammer.
All right,
that song from him.
When have you gotten the Hammer from? Okay,
I feel you, and we've talked about it. But I'm going to tell you what. No, MC Hammer. Here comes the Hammer. That's the song. No, that's the song. I'm not telling you. No, I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you.
That's a little washed.
It was almost wild. I said the song.
Much.
The song. Here's why I say this, Rob. The key component to me in this is that the Raptors went through this in 2019 when they were trying to keep him and trying to have him resign. Now, you just win a championship. You think, I'm going to stay here. We got something good going. We're cooking. And for him to leave, a part of that was he and Uncle Dennis wanted to have a similar thing that this aspiration company had, which is find a way to get us some extra money so we can circumvent the cap and I can get some extra bread. And the Raptors said, nah, we're not doing that. And he said, peace, I'm out, which would lead you to believe, well, Steve Ballmer and the Clippers will do this. So
why are they making a deal with him now? That doesn't make any sense.
Because I think they thought, okay, well, to your earlier point, NBA's done his thing, and maybe, hey, we got to trade, so be it. Why not?
No, but I'm saying if he was dealing in stuff that was illegal and you didn't want to deal with that, why would you reintroduce that?
Because that was 7 years ago.
Yeah, but knowing that he's being investigated as we speak.
And I'm going to tell you why.
That makes sense.
Because now that the league is saying anything's going to fall on you, because you might be thinking, hey, that's fine.
No, prior to the league saying that, though.
Because I'm answering. That is going to fall on the Clippers. I'm saying
but he's involved as well.
Right, but I'm saying if any of the trouble is going to fall on the Clippers, cool. That had nothing to do with us. Now that the league is saying, hey, whatever we find, if you take it, it's on you.
But how does he think? How do you think if you're the Raptors, you don't think that there'll be a suspension involved as well? Like the idea that it's just going to be the Clippers is not.
That could be their thinking. I think, and also to your point, the NBA has been soft. The NBA has been having a track record the last few years of being extraordinarily soft and lenient. So I think maybe they're like, oh, they'll be lenient. We got a chance to get Kawhi to add to a good team. Why not? He's familiar. And then the league, you see this? Because to your point, me and you have had this conversation probably, 4 or 5 times over the last 10 months, and nothing has really come up. We've had guests on the show who cover them, and nothing really strong. The only person who was going strong in the paint, like Barkley or Oakley, is Pablo Torre. He's out here trying to win a Pulitzer because of this.
He already won it.
Exactly, winning Pulitzers because of this. And so my point is, you kind of thought maybe the league would be soft in this. Now that the league has done this and put the onus on the Raptors, and they know he has a track record of requesting these things, you know it because he asks of you, that's why I think they're like, all right, hold on, now I'll pump the anti-lock brakes. We're good on this. And I think something big is going to come, Rob, because I also believe
big
this.
Like what? Give me your big, because that's
you can't just. I'm really.
Give me your big.
You can't just.
They're going to ban him from Steve Ballmer, force him to sell the team.
No, not that big. Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple. Kelvin Washington Ephraim Salaam, who's in for Rob on this Magic City Monday. And for over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by Free Road Hazard Protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. All right, have a little fun here. So Jay-Z did 3 shows in honor of 30 years since Reasonable Doubt, which was his first album, and then 25 years on night 2 from the Blueprint 1 releasing. And then the third night was just kind of mishmatch of everything and just a big-time show. Beyonce, obviously. Throughout the weekend, you had Usher, you had Alicia Keys, you had Pharrell, you had Nas, you had just everybody was there. Eminem, everybody was there. So crazy show. By the way, 4 hours delay yesterday. They didn't finish till at 3 a.m.
What was the delay?
Some security breach that they just couldn't. They would not allow folks in and till they got everything straight. It took 4 hours. And would you stay 4 hours to see, or would you just be like, "We here, screw it," or would you be like,
there? You there?
Yeah, 4 hour delay, and they didn't get done till 3 a.m. So it leads me to Rob G, Mary, Ephraim, myself, your best and or favorite concert. And I say and or because sometimes the best, here's what for me, wasn't the best as far as like the best lights and pyrotechnics and just this and this and, all the glitz and glam. It was just my favorite because of the artists and all the people and the music. Sometimes the show can be more glamorous and more, if you go see, for instance, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, it might be the most extravagant show. That doesn't necessarily mean is your favorite, is what I'm saying. Okay. So that's what I mean by best and favorite. I'll start best, let me phrase it. My favorite, the one that just was like, wow. Can I say this now?
Bad Boy Reunion.
What? Bad Boy Reunion. This was like 2016.
Unbelievable. I was there.
You knew you were going to get
unbelievable.
Puff and Mace and kind of the locks. You kind of knew the Bad Boy era in 112. But then because he was in L.A., Dre and Snoop, you saw it shoot out the ground.
Man.
Nas comes out.
It was unbelievable.
Mary J. Blige comes out. Faith Evans is there. Who else am I missing? 112. Jodeci comes out. Jodeci came out. And I'm leaving. Then the one that took the roof off, do you remember who it was? East Coast.
I know.
The roof literally lifted more than Dre and Snoop in L.A.
Who was it?
DMX.
Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite. Like, I just, from my nostalgia, my era.
That was unbelievable.
That was incredible. Now, best Beyonce as far as glitz and glam and all of that, but my favorite was that. You.
Prince.
Can't top that. Yeah, I don't have anything.
4 times.
Top that. Same 4 times, like same show, 4 nights, or 4
Every show is different.
Okay. Wow.
Remember he did the 21 night stand at the Forum?
Yeah.
We went 4 times. Unreal.
I can't top it. Only thing I've been in the building with him.
It's you can forget about it.
Can I one up you?
You can try to one up me.
I went to Paisley Park.
Unless you say Michael Jackson.
I went to Paisley Park. Saw him there. Not perform. He performed a couple new songs. He performed 2 new songs.
Nah, we're good.
But not the Purple Rain.
Sorry, bud. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Unreal. Go ahead, Mary.
It's the sweet one.
I don't really have any. I don't know. I haven't been to many concerts.
Okay, moving on.
But my all-time, honestly, I think my favorite concert that I did, I saw Ashake, which is the Nigerian.
Hey, so you, Rob.
Anyways,
what the hell is going on?
Shout out to Ashake.
And it was for Afrofest in Detroit, so I had fun for Afro Nation.
We're gonna get you some shows.
So a coffee shop in John Jackson was
I'm still stacking up my paper though.
Okay, my bad. But you in the clubs though. You all.
I don't have to pay to get in the clubs, you guys.
Oh, my fault. My bad. Whoa. Popping bottles.
Right. Roger,
go ahead, Rob.
Now I went to the On the Run tour with the Jay-Z and Beyonce, and that should have been the one, but Jay-Z is just not a good concert.
Oh.
You love the songs,
right?
But his showman, he just kind of stands there and raps, and that's the problem.
Because he's compared to his wife.
That's the thing. So you're like, I don't need to see it. Bring Beyonce back out here, and that's the issue that he's going to run into. And that's why this whole experience, everyone's talking about who he brought out. No one is saying, man, Jay-Z was dope.
We got to continue this on the other side.
Okay, because I have another one too, and it involves Jay-Z. I'll have you know, Mr. Rob G with the shots at Jay. It's your boy.
We are Fox Sports.
Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion.
Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys.
They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
We're in the middle of the home run derby right now. Your current elite co-leaders, Wilson Contreras with 13 home runs, Jordan Walker with 13 home runs. Tiebreaker right now being the longest one, and that goes to Wilson Contreras with a 490-foot blast. Munetaka Murakami currently with 9, Jack Caglione with 8. Ben Rice still to hit. In the WNBA, 6 minutes to go in the game. The Sparks and Dream tied 83 points apiece. Angel Reese with 15 points, 9 rebounds in this affair. Although his fight was stopped after the first kick turned into a disaster, Conor McGregor wrote on his Instagram on Monday he plans to undergo surgery and will attempt to fight one more time. According to the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office, Rams left tackle Alaric Jackson will not face felony charges from his June arrest on a domestic violence charge. I'm Chris Perfetti.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Fox Sports Radio Odd Couple, hour number 3, flying by, man.
It always flies by when I'm here, man.
All right, see.
The soothing sounds.
Okay. All right.
What?
You already got her. You got her a long time.
I got a long time ago.
You already got
23 years ago.
Shout out to her too. By the way, I've never met her.
You never met my wife?
We gotta do that, man.
She's at Disneyland right now.
Okay. Y'all will shut a theme park down. Rob G, 50% of the time we talk to him, they're either coming back from or headed to the next day a theme park.
Man.
Universal.
All of they got
Disneyland,
all the passes, man.
Y'all be at Knott's Berry Farm out here too?
Nah, that's not.
Magic. By the way,
He said that's too lowbrow for the Salaam household.
Well, I'm gonna say this about them too. When I moved here, y'all lied to me, Rob G. Oh, you too, Ephraim. Mary, you ain't from here, so I'll let you slide. All y'all LA people told me, and they got the best chicken. Man, Knott's Berry chicken. I was like, this is what everybody.
I've never had chicken at Knott's Berry.
Well, because they have the little.
I've never said that to you.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never said go to Knott's Berry Farm and have the chicken.
Rob G, that's a thing though, right? Don't act like I'm crazy.
That is a thing.
I wouldn't eat
thank you.
the chicken at Knott's Berry
Not you.
Farm.
Okay, fine, not you. But Rob G, you know what I'm talking about. People, oh my
Chicken.
gosh, it's so great. The fun rides are fun, and you gotta go to the Knott's Berry restaurant, whatever it's called, and they have the chicken and the biscuits.
And the boysenberry.
You beat me to it. The little boysenberry jam on the biscuits. I'll give you that. I'll give them that. But you know, we coming from Detroit, and I'm like, oh shoot, let me get into some. We was like, did y'all accidentally want to? Like knock over some Lawry's on accident. Like, oh, let me.
Bro, I'm not going to Knott's Berry Farm to eat no chicken.
And I'm telling you not to go for the rides and go for the boysenberry biscuits and stuff.
Go if you want to fight somebody. That's what I would say.
Everybody always says that.
If you want to get in a fight, go to Knott's Berry Farm.
Every place has that. It was the auto show in Detroit for years, unfortunately.
It was the auto show. It was the.
Hey.
What?
I gotta ask Harry. I gotta ask Kelvin something.
You ain't lying. Boy, I remember. Dang, are we gonna fight today? Belle Isle. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, chicken off the table, obviously, but have you had wings out here that at least touch Sweetwater?
Oh wow,
Sweetwater Tavern in Detroit is like the best wings in the Midwest.
Dang, that was
hands
fire.
down.
Is Sweetwater still going?
It is. Just a couple years ago, I was back there with a friend, and we got.
You said a couple years ago.
You need to confirm.
I just sent a friend over there the other month, so it's still standing. It's still standing as far as I know.
Man, you just took it back. Remember
I don't even know what kind of sauce that is. They're just great wings.
Yeah, man.
I got a spot for y'all, but might gatekeep it a little bit. I don't know.
Out here?
Yeah. Oh yeah!
Oh come on!
And they go crazy with it.
When we gatekeep? Since when did we start doing that? Because I thought we was a family up in here.
I'm not gonna lie though, the way that restaurant is set up, I kind of gotta gatekeep it.
All right,
but all the Detroit people go there.
All right, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
YouTube, check us out. We're there now. Elijah's got us up looking good, so make sure you follow us on there. All you got to do is search Odd Couple, like, share, comment. Odd Mob YouTubians, hit us up there. Real quick before we get into this Conor McGregor story, you said you wanted to bounce back on the concert thing.
Yeah, I would love to have everyone's top 3, right? Obviously,
the top 3 they've ever been to.
Yeah.
So the Bad Boys, that's number 1. The Beyonce I saw, which would have been like, don't quote me, 07, 08.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to meet her afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And I had a crush with her afterwards. And
was she nice?
You know the field I've been in for 21 years. I've met a lot of people. I'm blown away at her professionalism and care after who and what she is and what she does.
Mm-hmm.
To this day, I'm blown away. After the show, she just put on a 2.5, 3-hour show. No, half-hour fillers or nothing. Just straight giving you that real. Afterwards, I'm working radio then, so we got a whole meet and greet. We got 15, winners.
Oh, so you're part of the meet and greet?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Well, hold on. What you mean? Hold on. This is the
because Ephraim knows her like personally.
What's Ephraim Salaam?
So that's why he's like, "Oh, what'd you think about her?" Because he's waiting for you to slip up because he knows that he knows that he knows.
But hear me out. To even the listeners, right? You know this. Rick Ross wasn't like that when my listeners met him back in the. They good. He was all. No, it was. I won't even put him out there like that. Maybe he's grown.
Well, he's less professional than her.
Yeah, man, he has. Hopefully, he's grown. But that was awful how he treated them listeners that day. I was like, man, what? Beyonce took each person. How you doing?
That's
down the line. And you know one thing I do? I got to give the gab. I'm used to talking. Blah, blah, blah. I froze up.
Oh.
They said, and this is
Kelvin. His tongue.
Kelvin, he's with the radio. And I brought my girlfriend, a.k.a. my wife now. And they're like, this is Kelvin, he's with the radio, K-Dub, And I said, that was a good
thing. He did the uh-oh dance.
So bad, Ephraim, that my girl jumped in. Girl, how you doing? I'm telling you, it was amazing. I love when you got to do the 8 count because she's a dancer. So they did that. I know that girl, you did it.
Did she do that?
Well, it was better than what I just did.
Because
I was thinking, like, if y'all don't put me in the middle of this, I want to be in the middle of this. This is amazing.
You want to be in the middle? You want to Beyonce wifey sandwich?
Tony, yeah. You know something? Don't just leave me on the outside.
Okay.
And she was so sweet. It was amazing. So that's number 2. You go because I got to think of 3. I think I have it, though, but go.
Number 2 was Adele at Wembley Stadium.
Oh, well, I think that adds to it.
And before she came back out, that was officially her last show. So I flew my wife out there on the day of her birthday, June 29th, at Wembley Stadium, and it was unreal. Unreal.
Just pure talent or the show?
Just the pure talent. She had a microphone.
And herself.
Yeah.
Unbelievable show. Seen her 3 times.
I would feel like that about her talent. But if you put on her music, I'm going to sleep.
No, it's unbelievable.
Like her voice.
What's wrong with you?
Hell of a show.
Hear me out.
Hell of a show. In my hometown, when that came on,
I want to like the music so much more.
We saw her here in L.A. twice, and then I was like, nah, I want to go see her her soil.
On her home turf?
On her home turf. It was
hard.
It was 100,000 people in there.
That's hard.
It's crazy. It wasn't the Staples Center with 17,000. It was 100,000 people in there, and it's just her on the stage. I said, oh, my Lord.
No, she's a different talent.
Woo.
Third? You got your third ready?
You got yours. Go ahead.
Yeah. Home and Home concert, 2010-ish. Eminem and Jay-Z when they did the Home and Home. So they did Detroit, and then they did New York.
New York, yep.
And I got to see it, obviously, in Detroit. And the disappointment, believe it or not, Rob G, you're wrong. Jay-Z killed it. And was so disappointing.
Because most rappers are not great shows.
And I'll be honest, I think it was like I think he'd be better now. I think he was post recovery. I think he lost that bite, that zip, that
lost all the drugs.
I mean, seriously.
He needed the drugs.
He needed the drug. So he was leaning on 50 Cent. He had to lean on Dr. Dre. You know what I mean? It's a difference between people coming out.
And I think that's why Ephraim, with the Adele thing, I think hits the nail on the head for a lot of people.
She can just come out and be her.
Is not just with her specifically, but it's not always my favorite artist is the best concert I've ever been to. Or the one I listen to the most. Is like I was telling Mary, the best show I've ever been to was LMFAO.
I can see that though. Like,
I bet it was rocking.
And that was incredible. And I've seen Jay-Z, like Beyonce's a different conversation. Like I've seen a bunch of other people. But these dudes with tight pants and, I knew 3 of the songs.
Yep.
But I had a freaking blast the entire night.
And that's what I mean when I say best and favorite. Like the best might be because of the pomp and circumstance and stuff and things are flying. And you're like, whoa, this is crazy. The money spending this. Because Kanye had a crazy one, right? This is like 08-ish, where he was on a planet. And the whole point was like with this spaceship landing, and that was just like, whoa,
my brother saw Kanye at a House of Blues, and he was performing with a literal blue, racquetball. And that was the impetus of the whole show. He's 100 people in that room, and it was one of the greatest shows he's ever seen.
That's what I mean. Yeah, so that's why shows are, it ain't always about just the lights and pyrotechnics and just all that. Sometimes it just can be, I really enjoyed that. Maxwell's another one. Maxwell killed that. I threw my wife over the chair to go rub on his leg.
Wait a second. Hold on. Pause.
That man was coming down the little walking thing.
Hold up.
And she like, Maxwell. And he got like, with it. And then I'm like, girl, if you don't go over there and, hey.
Take my wife, please. I remember we were sitting there. We went to see Maxwell. And he did something. Some sweat came off his, and I saw my wife try to lean over and catch the sweat. I said, I know you. I know you lying. In the words of Mojo Brooks, I know you lying.
As Mojo would do.
And then he hit the microphone.
Yeah. No, Maxwell got a little something over there.
No, Maxwell. Yeah. It's not for us.
Yeah, this is a great show though.
For them, it's a great show. It ain't for us.
And he's a little more.
Not for us.
He's less. I don't want to.
He's soul, brother.
But I mean, he's actually more hood than you.
Yeah. He got a little.
Yeah, Mary, I ain't gonna lie.
We got a little something.
Threw me off. And I'm gonna tell y'all what he said.
Passion in him.
And I'm gonna tell y'all what he said off the air at the show, because I wonder if he said it at the same one you went through. That me and my wife was like, she was like, ooh.
Say what now?
You went a little far, Maxwell.
I think my third one was Mary J. Blige and Jay-Z together when they did that concert together.
Was that here?
It was on tour together. It was unbelievable.
Because she got nothing but hits.
Boy,
that's an era of life.
That was, man.
That sounds great.
That was amazing.
All right. Well, so speaking of hits, Conor McGregor didn't get any. We'll talk about that. It is the Odd Couple on a Magic City Monday. Look at y'all. You can hit us in the comments with your favorite concert too. You hit us up.
Let
on
us
YouTube.
know.
Yeah, you can just throw those in there if you want to as well. Your favorite concerts. It is the Odd Couple on Magic City Monday. Stick with your boys. Don't forget, Brandon Scoop B. Robinson is going to join us here in about 15 minutes or so. Chop it up with him about what's happening in NBA. He's always got the scoop. Fox Sports Radio.
Big story in the NBA has nothing to do with the on-court product. That's because Jacob Toby, the television play-by-play voice of the Spurs, has reportedly lost his job amid an alleged affair with the sister of a Spurs player or former player, currently a free agent, Lindy Waters III. The allegation went public this week after an Instagram story from Toby's account, we assume hacked by his then-girlfriend, with the following video or the following caption. "This is my girlfriend of 6 years, but I cheated on her with Lauren Waters," and then tag Lauren Waters. "Feel free to continue following me if you really think I'm a good guy, because I'm not." It followed up another Instagram story with a slideshow of photos showing Toby and Waters kissing in a photo booth.
And a lot of people are like, I haven't heard. Colin Cowherd said, hey, go get a lawyer. Now they're firing people Now they're firing people for cheating on their girlfriends, not even their wives. Here's why. The San Antonio Spurs were right and have the right to do what they did. It's a conflict of interest. Yes. Just like Diana Rossini, it's a conflict of interest. He's not having an affair with anybody. He's a broadcaster for the team. He's having an affair with one of the player's sisters. Are you going to trash the player or point out how poorly he played? Probably not, because that's your side piece's brother. It's unprofessional. The Spurs have a right to say, this is not what we want. We don't want our broadcasters with a conflict of interest. There's a problem here. You can do whatever you want. It's not about morality. Can we get over the morality tip? It's unprofessional. You can't treat that player, her brother, the same way you treat the other players. You know why? Because you're rolling around in the hay with his sister. You have a vested interest. If you talk badly about her brother, maybe she won't give you any. Maybe she cut you off.
Maybe he had a boneless couch, too.
He ain't have no boneless anything when it came to this. And my only point is it's unprofessional. And that's why, even in the thing, we talked about it before with ABC, TJ Holmes, and I always forget the woman's name.
Too, but yes, I know, yeah.
Same thing. They were both getting divorced, but they were still legally married.
Mm-hmm.
Had an affair. It became public. Both lost their jobs on Good Morning America. And you say, that's their personal business. No. You know why TJ Holmes and the woman lost their job? How can anybody look at them deliver the news to you fairly and objectively when you know they were cheaters and they were married at the time of their affair? And while he wasn't married,
right? But that's a massive key part.
No, it's not.
Yes,
no, it's
it
not
is.
Because he's unprofessional, because he's already compromised himself by sleeping with someone who he has to cover and has to
He
be
ain't
able
got to cover her.
No, him.
No, he doesn't.
Brother.
He ain't got to cover her. So we said we're going to put morality aside.
It's not about morality.
I know. I'm just saying.
Okay.
So I'm saying my point. Morality aside. He's wrong.
This is the guy who goes to church. Go
Absolutely.
Ahead.
No, I'm saying because that's a clear cut. We can stop the conversation there. He was wrong. He shouldn't have done it. That was bad. What I'm saying is going opposite of what you're saying in this part of it. This could have been, let's say he was a broadcaster, and all of a sudden it's announced, I'm engaged to the player's sister. Everyone would have been like, oh, this is amazing. Everybody would have been happy. Congrats. That would have been a big deal. So is it because he had a girlfriend or is it because it's wrong? Because I think if this would have worked out in an opposite way, that all of a sudden he's been dating her, he loves her, they get married, the player ain't even on the team no more, by the way, I think this would be either celebrated or a nothing burger. Now, because, again, he has his girlfriend, she put it out there, it's out there, he was wrong for doing that. But that's my point, Robin, that is he's not married, he was dating a grown consensual woman, he wasn't dating the player's wife or something weird with the player. That's his sister, who's another grown human being. And if they chose to be together, what if they fall in love and they were to get married? There'd be no issue with that. So that's my only point.
You don't see a conflict of interest.
No.
You don't see a conflict of interest.
No, if I'm literally saying if he would have popped up and engaged and married her, we would not have thought a thing about it. Couple.
Bobo in the building.
On a Magic City Mondays, Brandon Scoop B. Robinson, NBA insider, host of The Pull-Up, going to join us here in about 10 minutes. Ephraim Salaam, and for Rob, Kelvin Washington, the odd couple. And by the way, it's time to get your financial portfolio game ready. I wasn't talking to you. With Webull, get powerful investing tools, real-time data, all-in-one platform. Get started by downloading the Webull app today or visiting Webull.com. Webull Financial LLC, member SIPC, FINRA. Investing involves risk, and for more information, visit Webull.com/disclosures. Rob G, Conor McGregor, the bounce back that was to be ended up not being. What was it? A minute, 19 seconds, I believe it was.
Minute 9. You gave him 10 more seconds.
It was literally 3 seconds.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. A lot of people saying what they thought, of course, it was that he was injured before his loses to Max Holloway. More than the loss, the conversations come out of it about injuries. Conversations, Rob G, come out about when is it kind of ethical, if you will, if you're an athlete, to say, hey, I'm not right. Conor McGregor's
conversations about fraud
as well.
This fight was the most bet MMA fight.
I think it was 92% or something for
ever
Conor?
For BetMGM.
Wait, ever?
Most bet MMA fight ever for BetMGM. Over 80% of the bets and 80% of the handle was on Conor McGregor. And yet, in the 12 to 16 hours before the fight, the odds steadily even with all that money and action coming in on Conor, steadily moved towards Max. We don't know why. Maybe somebody knew, but there was video that made it look like Conor McGregor's knee was already maybe not torn up, but it was already unstable before he got in that ring, and the rest is history.
Well, I mean, to continue to your point, Conor McGregor said, I was not injured. He's come out, Ephraim, and said he was not injured.
Of course. What is he going to say?
He said, I was feeling great. I'm just paraphrasing, but he said, I felt great. I was ready for it. I was ready to rock and roll. And then he went in to say how he's in a dark place and that, the devil's trying to get at him. He's going to stay with the Lord. To quote him now, I trust in the Lord. Show me your way. Thank you, God. But, yeah, he said he was good. And a lot of people, as Rob G pointed, looking at that video, this is where it gets interesting. And of trying to do what you may deem as what's right, meaning like I don't want to cancel the fight. I don't want to postpone it. I think athletes have that. Yeah, I've heard Andre Ward talk about it before. And when he went into a couple of big fights, how he was like, I wasn't right. I was on a torn, I think his ACL was messed up or something, but he kept, he fought through it. And they were like, yo, that's messed up. Like he knew he was hurt. He didn't know how bad. And so we've heard many athletes come in. I knew I had a torn this. I knew it. You played it. And
I've played with all of that.
Exactly.
Yes.
And so there's a level of like professionalism where it's one in it's, I get you're trying to stay in it. You're trying to fight. You're trying to push through. You don't want, especially in that sport where you got to, because at least in football, you'll be back next week. Shoot, it might not even be a whole 7 days.
Right.
Boxing and MMA fights, you might have to wait 3 months, 6 months, a year, and so I can see why you wouldn't want to. But I'll say this. This is what happens to me when the stardom gets in. You lose the stardom. You were the face of this entire league, this organization. You were the guy. You broke through and became pop culture, even beyond just that one sport. You were pop culture. My wife knows who Conor McGregor is. She could care less about UFC. She only UFC, KFC, she don't care. And he broke through that. And you were that guy, 7, 8, 9 years ago, whatever it was. And I think when you lose that, you mix in, he's talked about, drugs and alcohol issues, obviously injuries. Then you get into the PEDs and whatnot. I think there's an element of I'm finally on my bounce back. I can't lose this. And you overcompensate, and you're not real with where you are. And that's how I read this. I think
he hurt himself in training camp. I think not as severe as he is now,
of course.
But I think he maybe strained a ligament in training camp. That's why the knee looked unstable. And I think he was like, I don't know how long I'm going to last in this fight, so I'm going to go out and do something I've never done before and try to land a knockout blow with a kick right off the bat.
And land it
on the bad knee. And so he knew it was going to be over fast either way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he tried to go out there and really perform. I don't think he was in a space, and I don't think UFC was in a space where, if say he hurt this 3 weeks ago, for them to be like, hey, we're going to postpone this. It was too much money. It was too much on the line. And I just think He was like, all right, I'm going to go out there and give it my best shot. And we got a minute, 9 seconds worth of nothing.
Nothing. And so now again.
And shout out to Max Calloway for not
teeing
off on him. He was telling the ref, yo, he's not right.
Yeah.
Come get him. Something ain't right. Shout out to him.
Because that could have been This is my moment to shine. I could have knocked out this big star.
Could have knocked his teeth out.
And you know what else too, man? That kind of that failure leads to a larger conversation of just where the UFC's going. It ain't what it was. And I'm not gonna act like I'm Mr. UFC, but this is what any league wants, is where you have your diehards, but you also have the casuals who peek in and out because you have star power, right? So you might not know everything about boxing, but when Mike Tyson was fighting, you remember that era.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's watching the Tyson fight, or Evander Holyfield,
who's the
or
face?
Floyd at his peak. And Rob G, you are in tune with this, touch with it more than me, UFC, and maybe Ephraim, but just like that 10 years ago run when it was Bone Jones, and you had Ronda, and you had McGregor, and you had who else?
It was everything.
Chuck Liddell. You just had
they had it was like a car wash of stars.
Yeah.
One would come down, no one would come up. All the way up.
Rampage Jackson.
Exactly.
People who transcended the sport, which is the key thing. And that's something you see a little bit in boxing. Like, they've been looking for the next Floyd Mayweather for a long time.
Can't find him.
And we can't find him.
Well, you know what might help? Fighting.
But that's not – because there are great UFC fights. Like, there are great
I meant
fighters.
for boxing. If we could just get a fight more than once a year, that might help. Because, listen, you got to make your way up. Then you can be more sparing.
This is real, like, inside baseball stuff.
Yeah.
There are tremendous boxers that you don't know about.
I don't disagree.
Like, Inoue is one of the greatest fighters I've ever seen. But he's like 110 pounds. He's Asian. He don't speak English. And so nobody knows who he is here because his fights are on in Asia at 6 a.m. Eastern.
I do.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think
that's
the
the
zone
problem.
being spread out between Netflix and the zone. And if you don't have all these apps I'm telling you, we were just talking about this with Chris, UFC Chris. It gets the Derby's on, but it's on Netflix. You used to just being on whatever, on Fox or whatever, the All-Star stuff. And it just is getting more and more confusing trying to keep up with everything, where stuff is. And I think that also with boxing. Every time I go to my barbershop, he's on the zone, but then it's on this, but then this one's on that. And I think that doesn't help at all. But what we were saying, the stars, I don't know what it is. Is it the character? Like Conor McGregor had a character. He had a walk. He had a look. He obviously was also a great fighter. Like, what's happening where has it just run its course? Meaning the NBA, NFL, and obviously MLB are kind of the top dogs in the country. Soccer's inching. And maybe it's Caitlin Clark and women's college basketball took a little because remember, your fight is like voting. If you're a hardcore Republican or hard Democrat, you already know where you are. It don't matter. You ain't budging. It's that moderate in the middle. And maybe that in the middle is sparsed out right now, Raji. They're a little bit of WNBA and college women's basketball. And maybe they're a little bit in the soccer a little bit more. And maybe that's where you're losing that. Because if you're diehard UFC, you're diehard.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't – how do you justify what's going on with Jake Paul? Jake Paul has found, like, hey, it doesn't matter if you're the best fighter anymore. What matters is it's someone you know, it's a name you're familiar with, and people are going to tune in to watch it.
What Jake Paul and his partner have done is they tapped, because this is the world they come from, they tapped into the entertainment aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
There are too many politics in UFC and in boxing. It's too much red tape. It's too much, this got to happen, that got to happen. We waited 5 years for the Manny Floyd fight. Like, it's too much of that. And they were like, look, we're going to give y'all the best show ever.
Yeah.
And it became a thing, a spectacle. Who cares? We're going to entertain because it's all entertaining. It's all entertainment. So we're going to give you an experience, a live sport experience that you will never forget, and it's going to be fun. And that's why they're winning.
And I feel like we talk more about Ray J getting knocked out than McGregor. Remember when Ray J got knocked?
But people tuning in. What boxing and the UFC have failed to realize is things are consumed instantly now.
That
right?
is
like
a great
things
point.
are consumed. You don't need this, this grand build up, or you can just
rankings,
drop.
You got to earn it.
Bro,
point.
People watching. UFC has no one that people are clamoring to see at the level that they were with Ronda Rousey, with Conor McGregor when he was Conor McGregor, with John Bone Jones, right?
Brock Lesnar,
even Daniel Cormier.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Chuck Liddell. Go back to Royce Gracie at the beginning, right? When the people don't realize what the UFC used to be. I loved the UFC when I was in high school because it was no time, no weight class. It was one person last. That was it.
No rules.
It was zero rules. A 600-pound person could fight a 135-pound fighter. That. And it was last man standing. I remember Chuck Liddell fought Royce Gracie, and Royce finally beat him, but he couldn't even continue because he beat him up so bad. He would come out there and get in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He'd have a gi on. He would get on your back, and he would sit on your back for 20 minutes until you did this with your arm, and then he locked you up and had you like that, and then you tapped out. And then he would go on to the next, and go on to the next, go on to the next, and then you fight at the last fighter standing for the championship. Go back and watch UFC 1, 2, and 3 and tell me that wasn't wild.
Well, it was super wild. But, once money gets in and politics and all that, it changes everything. All right, USC, Chris, I know you had something on that. You can say that quickly. Give us an update as well. And then Brandon Scooby Robinson on the other side.
Yeah, to your point, I remember when I was living in Vancouver when Georges St. Pierre was fighting. You could not get into a bar anywhere. Everyone wants to see GSP fight. But I do think in this case, this might be a case of like UFC getting in its own way. Because I know for them, they've had a few scares as far as like labor. Because these guys get like no labor rights whatsoever.
Right.
And I think they've backed themselves into a place kind of where baseball was for a little bit, where it's like you don't want to promote the stars. You're trying to promote. It's like the NFL. You want to promote the name
helmet,
on the
shield.
The name on the front of the jersey, not the one on the back of the jersey. And that kind of becomes a problem when it's something like combat sport where you really need a guy, like you guys are talking about. You need a name, but if you're not in the business and you're hesitant about the business of making a name that might actually be bigger than the promotion itself, you're in a bit of a problem. And I think that's where they've kind of like they've decided not to just bring up anyone new.
Facts.
Yep. Anyway, speaking of new first round standings, we're almost to the end of the first round of the Home Run Derby on Netflix for the MLB All-Star break. Wilson Contreras, Jordan Walker still the leaders, tied 13 home runs. Contreras with the length tiebreaker. I think I have that right. 490 feet versus 470. Kyle Schwarber hit 10. Junior Caminero hit 12. Murakami 9. Ben Rice just finished up with 7. So last one due up is Bryce Harper. And the top 4 home run totals advance the semifinals. So right now, there'll be Contreras, Walker, Caminero, and Schwarber moving on. So Bryce Harper's got to beat 10 or either 10 with a home run longer than 461 or hit 11 or more to advance to the next round. And I'm trying to find my papers right here. Excuse me. The excitement of FIFA World Cup is now streaming live on Fox One, the official English streaming platform to catch every unforgettable moment. Fox One brings the action straight to your screen so you never miss a goal. Download Fox One and experience the FIFA World Cup live. Well, coming up in the World Cup semifinals, the top 4 countries in the world at soccer are facing off. Spain and France playing on Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern at Dallas Stadium, and Wednesday, Argentina taking on England. Midfielder for the English, Declan Rice, suffering an illness right now. He's a game-time decision, but England remains hopeful that he will play. That would be a big deal for them if he cannot go. Meanwhile, LeBron James, yes, that LeBron James, is inching closer and closer to a decision, according to Shams Charania. Shams listed the 5 teams leading the race to sign King James as Cleveland, Miami, Golden State, Philadelphia, and Minnesota hinted that a decision could be coming this week. He also made it clear, very clear, guys, that LeBron James is not motivated by money in this decision.
All right,
back
Chris,
to the Odd Couple.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Odd
Chris.
Couple. We got Ephraim in for Rob, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday. Without further ado, it's our man, Brandon Scoop B. Robinson, NBA insider, host of The Pull Up with Scoop B. Scoop, what up, bro?
Gentlemen, what's going on?
What's good, Scoop?
Man, appreciate you joining.
Of course. I would have it no other way.
All right, let's get to it, man. What's the scoop? What you got? What you been hearing about LeBron? I remember a couple of weeks ago you were talking about, it's kind of narrowed down to, 3 teams, give or take. Where are we now? You just heard Chris talking about it ain't money, and Rich Paul saying, well, he doesn't. It's not all about the ring. He just wants to be in a competitive environment. What are you making of all this?
I talked to Rich today. He told me that LeBron will make his own decision. And he shared with me that whatever decision he makes, he's rolling with him. And he asked me to come on his show as well. So you may be seeing that very soon as well. But no, I'll say that with LeBron's decision, every indication that I've gotten is that it comes down to the Cleveland Cavaliers, which is home, the Philadelphia 76ers. Those are the 2 teams that I'm hearing the most. But I put out a report today over at ScoopB.com that LeBron has questions about Joel Embiid and his health and being able to, that being conducive to him being able to operate for a full 82-game season in the playoffs. But there are a lot of connectivities on both sides, particularly on the Northeast Ohio side. Mike Gansey is the president of basketball operations with the 76ers. He was working in the front office with the Cavs as a GM and was part of that championship team. And he knows LeBron well. They were competitors in high school ball, so there's familiarity there. But Cleveland, from every indication that I've gotten, there is mutual interest between LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell is on board with LeBron, and so is James Harden and Kenny Atkinson, head coach of the Cavs. So I'm also told that if LeBron does sign with the Cleveland Cavaliers, I said this on your show about Brendan Weems, who is the assistant GM. If LeBron does sign with the Cleveland Cavaliers, Brendan Weems will become the GM of the Cleveland Cavaliers, a current vacant position over in Cleveland.
So essentially, he's chasing a championship, right? If those are the 2 teams, it's not about, golf. It's not about playing with his contemporaries, his friends. It's not about just being comfortable. It's literally about competing for a championship in the East and representing the East and in the NBA championship coming up next year. If those are the 2 teams.
I think it's a combination of the championship and what's familiar, and finishing what you started. LeBron is more closer to the end than the beginning. I know that LeBron has all the information that has been relayed from all front offices. They all met with Rich Paul in Las Vegas over the last week and some change. And basically, it's about finishing what you started and also making the choice that's right for you. But I'm also going to be honest with you. I think LeBron is dragging this out. That's my personal opinion. Like, if it's not about money, it's not about opportunity, or it is about opportunity and it's not about money, go to San Antonio. Right?
Thank you.
If it's championship.
Thank you.
But to me, it's about dictating what you want. You don't have that control in L.A. anymore, and you'll have it in Cleveland.
Well, I mean, this is interesting because then if you say, well, San Antonio, you could also say, well, then go to Denver and help them there, or a couple of other teams. I want to switch for time's sake. I'm going to switch gears here a little bit away from him. What are you making of what happened down there? Well, in Vegas, but with those formerly teammates in Miami, with Bam and Tyler Hero. What do you make of that? Where I told Rob G, Twitter fingers finally got somebody pieced up.
I watch what you say, but I think Bam is a playful giant. He's not I'm not going to try him. He's a couple inches taller than me, but I think we as the delegation of basketball folks need to really watch what you say online. And what is it that our parents used to say? Don't write checks that you can't cash.
Yep. Right.
You got to be careful. They're both competitors, Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo, and hopefully they figure that out. I mean, they're on 2 different teams, but man, that was a little messy on social media, if you ask me.
That was messy. Keeping with the theme of Summer League, it's been a tremendous Summer League so far, going into the second week, having these young stars that we've all been clamoring to see after the draft and after the NCAA series. What have you seen? What has impressed you the most about this year's Summer League?
Can I be all the way honest with you?
Oh,
yes.
For sure.
I've watched highlights. I have enjoyed having a level of normalcy. I'm not going to say I've checked out. I've been, obviously paying attention to what's going on with free agency, but I've enjoyed a moment of just solitude. But from the bits and pieces that I did see, I've been saying this, and I've gone on record, I'm really excited for the future of the Washington Wizards, and AJ, to me, is playing as advertised. I'm excited to see what that looks like on paper long term. But that's about the extent of what I really did watch for Summer League. I've kind of enjoyed some peace and quiet, if we're being honest.
Well, get your peace.
How dare you? What do you think you are?
Scoop, get your peace. We all deserve peace, man.
What do you think this is, Scoop? Man,
Scoop, I'm
putting you in a headlock.
I'm out here I'm out here laying by the pool, man. Right. I don't even know they ain't even got no TVs out here.
When I see you in Atlanta, I'm putting you in a headlock. When I see you in Atlanta, and let's go here too. What do you make of this purgatory limbo for Kawhi Leonard? The Raptors like, yeah, we'll take you if you pass everything, the investigation. If not, sayonara. And then the Clippers, well, they can't do anything with him right now. What do you just make of this whole Kawhi situation?
It kind of felt like the Clippers were pulling a fast one, and kind of, you know what it felt like? It felt like when your parents told you was going to get a beating, and then you went to sleep, and then they turned the light on.
I like that.
Yes.
That's what it felt like for the Clippers. Like they thought it was over, and it wasn't. And but I'll be honest with you, and I said this to you back in June. That investigation is done. They're just not going to rain on the Summer League parade, and they wait to see what LeBron is going to do. Those findings and that announcement is going to come on a Friday at 4:59.
News dump.
News dump. They might as well do it on a Monday at 4:59. Wait, you talking about the home run derby, Ephraim?
I mean,
good Lord.
I mean, yeah, that'll give something to talk about. I mean, I could even see a situation where that's a conversation that's had. NFL training camp starts and Summer League is over. LeBron has made his announcement, and it's quiet and there's nothing else going on. I just see this is a swept under the rug type of situation. It's interesting. When this whole situation happened, I reached out to Joe Smith. If you guys are familiar, obviously for your listeners, Joe Smith was in a very similar. He was Kawhi before Kawhi, where he signed that deal with the Timberwolves. And, Joe shared with me just how he couldn't imagine what that would look like for him in today's NBA with social media, because it was so.
I don't know if we got Scoop. Scoop, you still there? All right. Well, we lost Scoop there, but
it was getting good.
And then that's what he told me. He would have never. But I think
appreciate you, Scoop.
No doubt. Shout out to Scoop, man. Give him a follow. He's always got the Scoop, and he puts out dope content. Scoop B. We got you back, Scoop. Yeah, you real quick for us before we break. Finish that thought there.
Basically,
the baseball guys.
We hold the NBA to be like the guy.
Scoop, you tweet it out. Just tweet it out, Scoop. Instagram it out, tweet it out. What else? Threads? Snapchat, TikTok, just get it out there, Scoop. We couldn't hear you, man. All right, appreciate it. Last call, 877-99 on Fox, 877-99 on Fox. Last call, you want to hop in with the Odd Couple. This is your chance. Scoop, you can't be the last call. We're going to text you. Hit us up. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
So the starting lineups for the 2026 WNBA All-Star Game were revealed today, and 3 Indiana Fever players, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Caitlin Clark, were all named starters. That's the big headline, right? Mm-hmm. But if you keep reading down, one of the big takeaways from that headline is the voting process that showed that with 50% being the fan vote, 25% being the media, and 25% being the players, Caitlin Clark was the second most voted guard in totality, all right?
Right.
She came in third most votes guards by the media. She came in 11th amongst guards by her peers. So the fans love her, the media loves her, and as we've known for a while now, the players, not so much.
I'd like to start here. Can I do that?
Go ahead.
This should come as no shock. All of you people have cried forever. Don't let the media or the fans vote. The players should vote. They should be the ones who pick the All-Stars and the awards because they've made it to the league. They know who's good and who's not good. We don't know what we're doing. I've said it 1,000 times. The worst people to have pick award winners, all-stars, are the players. They're too invested. They're jealous. Can you hear this? Is this on? Players are jealous of each other. If you think this is just Caitlin Clark, I got news for you. In 2017, the NBA said, all right, let's let the players vote on the All-Star in the NBA. Let's let the players vote as well. Fans, media, and players. Kelvin, can I give you the number?
Yep.
324 players cast a vote in 2017 for the All-Star game, the first time ever the players voted for the All-Star game. LeBron James, 128 players did not vote for LeBron James. For an exhibition game? In 2017, he won one of the great. How was it not unanimous for an, right? It's just an exhibition game. How about Kevin Durant in 2017? He won one of the best players in the league. 154 of those 324 did not have KD on their ballot. Players cannot be objective. They have skin in the game. They're jealous of each other. And every chance they get to screw each other, they will do it. Over pettiness. It was a pause.
That was a pause. I was going to let it ride. Given all of the circumstances, that sounded even crazier.
But you get my point.
Yes.
Like, this has happened forever. That's why they have skin in the game, Kelvin. They can't be objective.
It's facts. And I'll add to that. I think there's also the fraternity aspect, right? Sometimes I think there's absolute hate, right? I just don't like this person. And I think some of it is, well, I'm going to just vote my teammate and vote you, vote me, I vote you, you vote her, I vote her. I think that absolutely plays a role too. But on a larger scale, specifically dealing with the hate that Caitlin Clark gets, if you told me she was the 11th picked, like talented or something, and vote getter, she should be more than that, but I can understand it because maybe they feel there's 10 other players better. Okay, I get that. It's the idea that 11th guard. That's crazy. That's asinine. There are not 10 other guards better than her in the WNBA.
But what do you make that? What do you think the reason is?
It's a handful of things. Absolutely, it's general hate. Just general hate, like Dave Chappelle had on the sketch he had back in the day. That happens in NBA. We're going to freeze out, keep Jordan out. We're going to not vote for LeBron. It happens all the time. Steph Curry got hate when he became the face of the league and had those first 2-3 years of meteoric rise. People didn't like him. Start to foul him hard. It happens. That's why, Rob, I keep telling people, it's multifaceted when it comes to the Caitlin Clark story. The other side of it is, too, her fan base. Her fan base, and specifically, I say, her fan base, not WNBA fans. WNBA fans know where she ranks, where she's about. Okay, she's about, if you want to go somewhere between 5 and 10 best players, and maybe you have her a little higher for. But they know she's not the best. They know she's one of the best. There's other people who are good. Specifically, her fan base came about because of Iowa and then into the WNBA. And never really watched before, weren't all in before. Think guys like Boomer Esiason, and they're just looking at it from, if you say anything critical about her, you're a hater. kind of wild, Mary.
Wow.
Like, that's a little wild.
It's not a real party if you don't take your panties off on the dance floor.
Stop it.
It's the Odd Couple. I feel like you only do Magic City Mondays. Is that a thing? Because the sun's out, buns out?
She's requested.
I don't know. No, you got to take that up with Alex.
Yeah. Well, because, sun's out, buns out with him.
I think it's a little bit, I don't know. Why I got to do Magic City Monday,
Well, you seem to enjoy it.
You seem to enjoy it.
I know. I get to play all the good music.
You do. Okay, apparently, Fox Sports Radio, clearly a Magic City Monday. Mary Mack in the building. Ephraim in the building as well. For Rob, who will be out all week, and then, I don't know, he's just doing a bunch of traveling. So follow him if you do, of course, and keep up to what he's got going on. Shout out to Brandon Scoop B. Robinson, who maybe is making that last point, Ephraim, right now on Twitter or something. Scoop B. I love his stuff. He's always got some great stuff there. So appreciate him joining us. Appreciate you. By the way, if you want to follow Ephraim, if you don't, Ephraim Salaam, keep up everything he's got going. What you got going? Any new shows or documentaries?
I'll be at on Thursday. I'll be back in Las Vegas for the Summer League Film Festival that runs July 16th through the 18th.
Wait, hold on. You said that a little. Slow down. Summer League Film
the
Festival.
NBA Summer League Film Festival. It's happening at the Thomas and Mack. It's happening at the Brandon Theaters at the Palms and some screenings at the Wynn. It's the first film festival, sports-based IPs. Either athletes financed it, athletes' stories, and it's arranged documentaries. It's scripted, non-scripted, narrative docs. And tomorrow we'll have the founder and CEO and my brother of Hidden Empire Film Group and our new division, Hidden Empire Sports Collective, which is in charge of curating and putting the Summer League Film Festival together with Albert Hall, who owns the Summer League, Deion Taylor.
Friend of the show?
Definitely friend of the show, and Kevin Garnett and his partner Mike, and we're all coming together. Last year was our first time being involved. It was tremendous, and this year we're taking it to a whole nother level. So if you're there in Vegas at the Summer League and you love movies, you love shows, you love film, come check us out. We're at the second floor, and there'll be screenings there. There'll be athletes there. There'll be panels and discussions.
Nice.
And it's great. It's a great time, man. I think the
award-winning panel, host next to you. The
collision of sports-based IP and entertainment is everybody's clamoring for it. Everybody, we've been doing this for 2 years, right? We've been at the forefront, like a lot of things in the entertainment space, because we're independent and we're free thinkers, right? If we like something, we can go and we can attack it, and we've been building the sports division for quite some time. We got guys like Trevor Ariza, who's over working with us. Glenn Big Baby Davis is working with us. Lionel Benjamin, Omar Joseph, Roxanne Taylor, the whole crew. Christine Simmons is COO. We're put together a tight little ship, and it's going to be amazing. So if you guys are out there, come check it out. It's going to be phenomenal. And we'll have Deion on tomorrow to talk more about it.
Yeah, man. He obviously knows sports, knows all the film and industry, and that's dope, man. And that's my bag. When I go home, kids down, wife not thinking about me, she's doing her own thing. My default is to find a sports doc. I don't give a dang if I've seen it 62 times.
We got some
or
good
if
ones.
It's a new one.
We got some new ones for you.
Please do.
Brother,
send them my way.
Brother, they good.
Because I'm all in. What you got, Mary, real quick?
All right. So, as you guys know, tomorrow is France and Spain. Who do you guys got for tomorrow's game?
Ooh,
France.
That's a great one.
Mbappe.
You know I got to go Mbappe because I've been saying all week.
Mbappe.
So I'm going Mbappe. But Spain's defense is incredible.
Can I just say it's a lot of brothers out here on the pitch?
Well, they
you want to throw that out there.
Out of time.
There's a lot of brothers out there, man.
The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?